would like to go first? Should we go? Well, I think it's a two. It's 2v2, so honestly, it don't really matter. Would y'all like to go first and state y'all case for Superman 2025, or should we let some tape roll first?
Last. I'm gonna go last.
I feel like, but I do feel like we have positives of both movies. Like it's not like this side versus that side. It's like I feel like Superman was a good movie. Like the new Superman was a good movie too. Like it was a solid. I mean, not a good movie. My fault. Like it had some good parts. It had some good parts.
So you didn't think it was a good movie?
I think it was mid. I think it was just a mid movie. It was just there. It was very cheesy, very corny.
It was alright.
It was just it was alright. It was cool. It wasn't nothing special at all. It wasn't that nothing really. The best part of the movie for me was just the relationship between Superman and Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
I think that was one of the best parts too.
Yeah.
They did pay attention to that for sure. That's one thing I will give this new iteration over the old one is that they really did hop into the love aspect between the two, and they showed it on screen too with them having like multiple intimate scenes, and even them having troubles with their relationship. But that's also I want to get to that later because that's actually a detracting point of this film that I don't like and how they characterize Superman based on how Lois sees Superman. But I'll go. Let y'all go first.
But I think that's a good point because I think that's one of the negative parts of Man of Steel, the relationship between Lois and Clark / Superman in Man of Steel. I didn't feel really any chemistry between them at all. I didn't believe they were really in love. You know what I mean? Like in Superman 2025, I really believe like, oh damn, like they're into each other, you know?
The only pushback I'll say about that, yes, the highs were higher, but the lows were low for this film because number one, we all know Superman got superhero. Lois tried to like sneak in like, oh, that's why this ain't gonna work. You feel me? Like, whatever is like slide shit she tried to say, like you talking to Superman as if you're not gonna hear that shit. And then he checks her at the door, like, what you mean? Like, like she's doubting Superman as a compatible partner. That's a two-way sword for me because number one, it lets you know that yes, he's on the level of a human because humans have imperfections and that goes into that. But on another end, the nigga is Superman and it's like he's doing all this shit and it's not enough and like she's dubbing this nigga. That's kind of crazy. Like I've never known Superman to get dubbed by Lois unless there was someone else to take her attention from him, like a Bruce Wayne or a Lex Luthor, even like those type of higher brow dudes that can take Superman away on like a social setting, but not for his character. Like it clearly shown throughout the whole movie that he cares about people. He does his best. He tries to put one foot in front of the other, as he says in the movie, and she's just like she not going. She don't care. Like she's just like, oh, this ain't gonna work. You're not it, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Personally,
just that she didn't agree with his ideology.
No, it's just the way that she responded to him expressing himself, how she internalized it and what she thought about it, and how she flipped it back on him like he was the one who had issues or something like that. Like she doesn't recognize all the shit that he's going through. You know, it's easy for you to think from your perspective, but if you had to put your shoes on put your feet in someone else's shoes and realize the responsibility on this nigga's shoulders, like, bro, if all else fails, niggas are blaming him regardless. She doesn't understand that every time he goes to sleep at night, he has to think about, did I do the thing the proper way? Did I make sure that humans were safe? Because he's not fucking human. He wants to assimilate to our culture, so he has to make sure that everything is done properly so that he's not outed or people don't feel threatened by him. He's constantly moving in a world of cardboard. And she doesn't think about that when she expresses that thing to him. Lois Lane from Man of Steel, on the other hand, that wasn't really their issue. she was way more supportive of that nigga than this Lois was, because the Man of Steel Superman was doing some shit that we all agree Superman wouldn't do from the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But she was supporting that nigga. She was holding him down. Like, hey, like, I know you're going through a lot. I know you had to kill Zod. Like, I know you didn't want to do that. Like, she's just trying to level and understand this nigga. That's why I think personally, yes, the highs weren't as high, but at a baseline fundamental for their relationship, she was more down for her Clark than this woman was for her Clark. So I think Man of Steel, Lois was more down for that Superman than this Lois was down for this Superman. Personally, that's how I read it.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't.
Man, John, you really just
No, wait. Let's all just hop in. Like, say your thoughts. I mean, I don't know. I think that's just like. I don't know. I didn't really see that. You know what I mean? In Man of Steel, I mean, she was just kind of like, it was kind of like she was in awe of him, which, I mean, makes sense. Versus in you know, the recent one is kind of like they're on equal level. Like, she was trying to challenge him in what he believed in, which I think is a real thing in relationships. So I don't really see. I don't see that's a negative, but I can see what you're saying.
I think it's how Superman portrays himself to regular people. That's why she feels comfortable, because
Exactly.
Man of Steel Superman was more stoic and more like fatherly, like, oh, I'm gonna lead you to a better place. I'm gonna show you how to strive for greater things. This Superman is, hey, I'm one of y'all. I'm at the party with y'all. That's this Superman. He's the one that'll have his parents are a demonstration of that too. Like, his parents are like, not hillbilly per se, but they're like the struggling parents who struggle with technology, and they love their kid, and you know, they still have his room when he was a kid, and he has the same shit in his room. His room hasn't changed. Like, he's really just one of us. But the other Superman he recognized that he was from a different world and he was different, and he knew what his objective was, to be the next step for human beings, to be y'all are here, I'm trying to take y'all here. Superman is just trying to be one of us. This Superman from 2025, he's just trying to be one of us.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really taking it like, oh, I'm going to take y'all to greater heights. He's really more just a protector, honestly.
But
I disagree with that, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, you could go ahead and rebuttal that.
Here, wait. I want to talk about the Lois Lane thing. So,
Yeah. Go ahead.
my thing with that is, like, I feel like she was unsure of him. I think the whole movie is like they're unsure of what he's doing.
Man of Steel or 2025?
2025. Like,
Okay.
I feel like she wasn't sure of how she felt about him and his actions. And I feel like he wasn't sure. I feel like the whole film is like them trying to find who Superman is.
Mhm.
Like, who is Superman? What is he supposed to do? How he's supposed to do it? And it's a valid question. And I feel like she expressed herself in a way that she knew how, and she challenged him. And I feel like that's important, because I feel like that's human. I feel like the one thing with the two movies in general is I feel like Man of Steel doesn't have any character. And I feel like the characters have no character. They don't have opinions. They don't have, they don't have agency. I feel like Lois had no agency. She was barely a person in the movie. I don't remember her.
That's kind of what I was saying. That's why I feel like there's no chemistry. It's kind of like she's just like, oh, Superman, oh. Like, just in awe.
I completely disagree, but go ahead, Cam.
I completely disagree too, because there's a lot of character development between. I'm not saying Lois Lane. I'm just saying in that movie than there is in the new movie. And Man of Steel has way more character development than in the new movie, and that's playing out. You could see that from the father to the mother. I'm not really the mother, but the father and the son relationship, bro. Like, what are we saying? I
do think the parental relationship for both sides, for Krypton and Earth, was way more shown in Man of Steel than this one. His Earth parents were barely shown in this film. They had like a phone call, and he went to them after the second act climax where he was injured. So, and they had like a 10-minute scene.
Yeah, I mean, in Man of Steel,
they're spread throughout the whole
yeah,
film.
But what's the development? Like what changed? What character changed with him? Is that
Well,
is that have the same opinion?
So basically, his parents on both sides act as one character because the reason why they act as one character is because they're two sides of a different coin, which is his father saying, well, his Krypton father saying, "Hey, this is your goal here on Earth. You're supposed to do this." His Earth parents are saying, "You're not expected to do anything." His mom and dad are like, "Hey, like, you deserve the right to be a human and have life just like anyone else. You're not expected to be like." Basically, they're not trying to put this extra responsibility on him.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of is shown when he's like, "Hey, like, what am I supposed to do? Let the kids drown in the pool?" He's like, "Well, maybe." Like, because he's thinking that, like, if a other regular person didn't have that power, that's what his answer would be. Like, no one would expect me as a regular human being to go lift a fucking bus out of a watch. So he instilled that in Clark, saying, hey, his Earth parents try to make him one of them. His Krypton parents said, no, you can save them. You can be better. You can save them all, Cal. They call him Kal-El. They don't call him Clark. You feel me? So that's Superman's tug of war. That's his character development through his parents, which are combined into one character. So Clark, at the end of the movie, is deciding, hey, maybe I do join Zod and fulfill my father's destiny, but do it the right way. Or I can use the teachings that my Earth parents instilled in me and just be one of them and just protect this world. He has a choice, and he chose at the end of the day. He said Krypton had his chance, and so he chose. He chose Earth, and he chose his Earth parents. That was the development for that. And also for Lois Lane, I disagree vehemently on what you said, because her whole character is that she is not the typical reporter. She wasn't supposed to go behind the red tape per se and go into that spaceship, but that's her character. She said, you know what, I'm a reporter, I'm gonna get this scoop. That shows initiative, that shows agency. So I disagree with the lacking agency point. So, and also Lawrence Fishburne, he plays, who's the owner of the Daily Planet.
Yeah, like the movie or whatever.
He had a clear objective as well. He didn't want to put out like out there type of articles. He wanted to put out more realistic, like real type of articles. But Lois was pushing for the anomalies that she was seeing.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, no, like no one's gonna believe that. Like you don't have any proof. Like that's not gonna be like.
Yeah.
There are just certain dynamics that I just think y'all overlook. Y'all might not like that was going on, but it's there.
No, that's solid. I'm not saying she doesn't have a character, whatever.
No, I'm just responding to it, John. That's all.
Okay, yeah. But I just don't think it's just with her relationship with Clark, specifically with Superman.
But I think this Lois is better. I'm going to say that. I think 2025 Lois is better. I'm just going to say that.
Okay.
I think like the reporter stuff is like it's a given. Like that's just she's reporting, it's her job. Like yeah, she's pushing, but it's like there's no development there. It's not like at one point she's questioning whether she should push. She pushes the whole movie. No one changes in the movie. Everyone's stance in the movie stays exactly the same. Even Superman's. He doesn't question it. People are telling him, oh, you don't have to say anything. He's saving niggas the whole movie. There's one person this nigga does not save the whole movie.
A couple, actually.
Hold on. Lois changed so you said Lois did not change, right? She's a reporter who wants to get the ultra exclusive clip. What is a more exclusive clip than knowing who the fuck Superman is and exposing that? She doesn't. She goes the opposite of what her starting point is. I want to get to everything. I want to expose everything. I want to be the person to put this on Front Street. She wants to be the TMZ of Daily
But she
Planet.
was never going to do that.
Why? Because he fucking saved her.
She was.
She wasn't going to say it, but then he saved her, and he showed her why the world's not ready for whatever he is, so she held his secret. She could have at any point said, you know what, for my career, this will blow me to the moon. She says, nope. He showed me a better way, and I learned from it, and I progressed as a character, so I'm going to keep his secret safe. And now he works.
That's about me.
And now he works with her, and he still ain't gonna tell nobody, even though the motherfucker just has glasses.
Yeah.
But that's character development, if you ask me.
Okay.
That is.
Okay, that's character development.
Cam, what was your question you were gonna ask earlier?
It's pretty loud where I'm at. You guys can hear me though?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. I was gonna ask. I mean, Superman's symbol means hope.
Hmm.
Who do you think best represented that symbol
It's not
of
even
hope
close this
to
20.
the human?
He didn't inspire hope
Yeah.
in the other movie.
I think it's 2025. I think the scene where, what was it? John Kerr was invading, or Barack, whichever country was invading, that was like the
Arabia?
really, yeah.
Well,
That did a great job capturing it, I thought.
Superman didn't pull up, but
He didn't pull up, but
he sent people over there.
he inspired. Remember, the whole Justice Gang was like, "We're not trying to help. That's not our responsibility." Superman inspired them to go. He inspired them. He was like, and they thought maybe we should do the right thing. Maybe we should actually go help. These people are about to get slaughtered.
And he already saved them once, and that's why they believed in him. And
I agree. I think the execution of showing that was not the best. That was the point, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I called you, right?
You told me, yeah, go ahead.
And I explained a better scenario on how they should do that. So what I said was, this is how you would show hope rather than say I called some friends. What you do is you build throughout the whole movie, Superman's an alien, he's othered.
Mhm.
So you don't really trust him. And also the thing comes out with his parents saying that, hey, you're here to conquer, you're here to get as many wives as you need to carry on the legacy, all that. So he's at a low point at this point. So what you want to do is you want to show Superman at his low point, showing his true colors to the Justice League, them watching him in situations where he has no choice but to be a hero. So what I mean by that is they have a preconceived notion of Superman. The way that you go against that is you show him doing certain things. So let's say there's a moment where he has the choice between saving one thing and the other. Let's say they assume he's going to go do this because of what they think of him. He does the opposite. Oh, okay. So maybe we were wrong about this guy. And I think another better way to do that was the Braving War at the end of the movie. Superman should go there. He should be getting his ass kicked, not his ass kicked, but let's say like he's doing as best as he can, but it's not enough. And let's say Metropolis is splitting in half. And let's say, and this is a 2-for-1, because you could display Superman's raw power by how fast and how just amazing he is. He has a choice between going between Metropolis or Bravia. Let's just say, you know what, I got some sun in me, I'm gonna go both at the same time. I'm gonna go here, do something here, go back. And let's say they see him doing this and like, damn, this nigga's trying to save both these planets. Let's help this nigga out. He's actually trying to do some good. Then they choose to go to Bravia, say, hey, you know what, Superman, we see you going back and forth. Focus on Metropolis. We got you. You're with us now. That would be a way better execution than, hey, I called some niggas up. Personally. And if we were to see that, because it's like a Spider-Man 2 moment with Tobey Maguire, where we see this nigga trying to save the train. He's at his wit's end.
I mean, that's one of the best.
It's an endearing moment where the crowd, not only do the audience see that, damn, he really cares, but the crowd in the movie is like, damn, this nigga's going from here to there, and he's trying to do his best, and like,
Careful, he's a hero.
yeah, like, cause,
That's a great scene.
and let's say like when the kid puts that flag up,
Mm-hmm.
let's say if Superman is like doing his best, and he's like, I'm sorry, kid, like, I'm trying my hardest, and we think that, oh, like they're about to get smoked or something because Superman can't take them all, and then the Justice Gang comes in and is like, Superman, we got you. Go handle Metropolis, we got you. That would be way more fire.
yeah, it would have
I
been
agree
better.
with Trey in terms of
But the thing is, it shouldn't take a regular nigga to think of something like that when there's a whole team of niggas making a movie. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like, but that's the thing. Is like I feel like with that movie, there are things you could improve. With Man of Steel, you would have to literally change what is happening.
Can I? Go ahead.
You can't just make like small changes to Man of Steel. You literally have to just change the whole scene. Like the scene would have to be deleted. The Clark's dad,
A deleted scene.
yeah, the Clark's dad scene should not exist.
Johnny watched the
Can I
whole.
add something though? Can I add something?
Johnny watched the whole third act. Said, "Yo, this should be a deleted scene."
So Cam Trey. Well, yeah. What do y'all think was the best moment of showing hope in Man of Steel?
Go
For
ahead.
your initial question, Cam.
Showing hope in Man of Steel. I personally agree that there was more hope shown in this newer one than Man of Steel. I did want to say I do agree with Trey on the whole Justice Gang. Like, it's a Superman movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. He should be doing everything. To me personally, he should be doing everything for him, like by himself, instead of calling in other heroes. You know, in a way.
Yeah.
But back to your question of, I mean, just by the biggest scene of him is the last act of the movie. By going by himself and taking on that destroyer machine all the way in like the Indian Ocean, and then coming back and defeating Vogue or whatever his name is, and Zog, and saving the children. I mean, saving the family. I mean, which is not as big as what we've seen in this newer movie, but. To answer your question, that was the answer to that. If Trey wants to say something, he can.
I agree. I would say that this 2025 Superman, Hope was more direct and on Front Street.
Mm-hmm.
Superman and Man of Steel was more indirect Hope. Because I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
The great point of what Cam said about him going against the World Forger or the World fucking Terraforming shit. In real time in Metropolis, people were held up in buildings thinking that the gravity was going to reach them and they're all going to die. They didn't know what Superman was doing. Superman's out of sight, out of mind right now because he's not in Metropolis. He's in wherever the other part of the world destroying the other machine, and him destroying it gave them relief.
Mm-hmm.
It stopped. They're like, oh shit, we survived. That was from Superman. He's a nigga that you can't even see right now. He's doing shit around the world you can't even see right now, and it's affecting you in real time. That's basically that's kind of like the God-esque type of thing of Superman. That's like, let's say a building of fire was gonna come crashing on us, but somehow, let's just say it got derailed, but we didn't see what happened. It was Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some elite shit to me, because. And then he flew all the way to Metropolis from across the world in record time and saved a woman from a black hole, which I think was dope. And yes, there was a lot of collateral, but he chose Earth. And I think another indirect version of Hope was when he approached the military and he wanted to show them hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. He made it clear to them that, hey, there's nothing to fear. And even though they try to be not hostile towards him, they handcuffed him. He maintained the illusion that they had power over him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna stay in these cuffs.
Can I say something to that?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. I was gonna say also the indirect of not indirect, the direct of him. Basically turning himself in. The whole message of he's not with you guys. There's an alien out there basically that looks like you guys, blah, blah, blah. And he, came down with his suit to the military and, got handcuffed and everything just to save, Americans, of which he thought it was. So I feel like that was very strong as well.
He's hope within himself, because they're thinking to themselves, oh, are you a destroyer of our world? Are you going to kill us? No, I'm here to serve you. I mean, that's every Superman though, but that's routine.
You wanna go?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, Johnny.
I don't think there are any moments of hope in the movie.
I do.
they're I don't think there's a single one. I think these are very.
Not even the beginning when he saved those people on the rig?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that's necessarily hope. There's no showing of he saved them.
Hope is we're about to die because the rig's about to explode. And,
But
and this nigga we did not know had superpowers comes and save us.
No.
That's
they got saved.
shit.
But how are we defining hope? Like, what is our definition of hope that we're going to use?
Hope is when things are bleak, there's a way out. There's hope. That's hope. Superman and Man of Steel does that a bunch of times. It might not look like hope to you, but that's hope. Like, put yourself in those civilian shoes. If you're working on a fucking oil rig and the shit's about to explode, you're thinking to yourself, damn, I should have sent that text to my mom saying I loved her before I'm about to die. Superman's here, nigga, he saved us. There's hope. I'm about to make it out of here. That's the whole point. You're thinking you're on your last, you thinking that you at your ends, thinking, damn, did I say the things I wanted to say before I died? Don't worry about dying today. Hope is here. Okay. Superman is here. There's no need to fear.
I don't think
I say something?
Okay.
Because, and I want to, especially what you said, Superman here, like, no need to fear. I mean, especially at the end, like, I mean, this is controversial, whatever. He kills to save the family. I feel like the movie it's not focusing on the hopeful aspect of that, though. He kills Zod and he's like screaming in pain because he just took a life.
Yeah.
And which isn't what he wants to do. That goes against his ideology.
And you don't see
The way you don't see the family like, like
they don't just have hope.
The bells and we're right. The bells and whistles of hope are not displayed like this movie. It doesn't look pretty. It's practical hope. It's like, okay, my death was averted through hope, which was caused by Superman. Like, Superman averted my death through the concept of hope. It didn't look nice. It probably wasn't perfect, but that was what Zack Snyder was going for, a more grounded, muted, realistic Superman. Because that's why the colors didn't pop as much. And he heard the criticism clearly. That's why in BVS 4, it was slightly more colorful. And we're not going to talk about BVS, but this one, you could tell from the front, for the first frame, you know what this movie's about. It's bright, it's colorful. We're going to put hope on Front Street. We're going to make it look, we're going to put bows and whistles on it. We're going to make it look real nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people appreciated that. For me, I can see through that. That's just your presentation. That's not your substance, though. For me, substance is more important than how it looks. That's why I think there's a lot of hope in Man of Steel. It may not look good, but I felt that because I think to myself, damn, if I was in that situation, I'm thinking about so many Hail Mary situations and how to get out of this. But now there's a angelic figure that came from the heavens who don't even know me that wants to save my fucking life just because he wants to do the right thing. That's hope. Like, I don't know how to describe hope, bro. He did it. It's not like he thought about, like, the nigga saved people. Like, he did it. Like, I get it. He didn't save everybody. You're right, because you're not ever going to save everybody.
No.
He also didn't do the best job of thinking of collateral damage in the third act when clearly Zod was kicking trucks and blowing up fucking parking lots and shit. And Superman was just dodging that shit like Mayweather in the ring. But like,
my thing is like, I could do that too. With movies, like I can like take the subtext and be like, okay, I can internalize this as hope. But then, and I gotta bring up this movie. In the very next movie, they show me that nobody has hope. No one believes in Superman. They think he's a criminal. They want him on trial. There's not one person in the next movie that's like, no, like, you know, like there's not like, it's not like half and half. Like they're like, no, send this nigga to jail. This nigga needs to go.
Those are politicians.
No. Those were people.
The actual, like, regular people, they
were
still
protesting.
No, I get you, but there was another group of people who were appreciating what he was doing for the community. Like, when he took that girl out the fire, and all those Latinos were like putting their hands over him. That was one of the most fire Superman moments I've ever seen in my life. It came from a trash movie, but if we could play that, you will be like, okay, that's
the only
that's
scenes
pretty
of
fucking
hope
good.
are so counterintuitive to who Superman is, the character, and it's not even like it's a restructure. Superman is not God. That's like a core foundational pillar of Superman.
I agree.
He's not Jesus. He's not an angelic figure. He's not God.
He's one of us.
I feel like
Well, he wants to be one of us. He ain't one of us. Nigga built different.
I feel like this movie is a Superman movie, and I really don't think that this is a Superman movie. I think this is a superhero movie for people who don't like superheroes. I think that's the intention behind it. I think it's trying to introduce a more adult crowd of people who aren't watching superhero movies to superheroes. And I feel like within that frame, it works, because I feel like the difference between this movie and I feel like the other movies, I feel like while the message is loose, I don't think it's good. I think there is a message. I think it's a coherent film. I don't think Batman vs Superman is a coherent film.
It's not.
So
I'm not debating that movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not debating that one.
That movie to the side. I just think that like
You get
I
hit on that one. Sure.
don't believe that there's hope. I don't see it. It's not even like implied. Like there's no scene of like to add on to like, you know, you seeing like how you could rewrite a scene. He snaps Zod's neck. He's screaming in pain. Like, I didn't want to do that. The family comes up to him and it's like, thank you, like you saved us. Like, that's just such a small moment that they just don't do. No one in the scene shows their appreciation for Superman. We don't even see the reaction of the people he saves on the
So that affects your view of hope from his actions, how they receive it, how the people receive it.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Superman is supposed to be inspiring hope.
I have a perfect example.
I think hope, is an action. I think it's what you do.
No. I
Hope
think
is
it's
a
I
feeling.
feel like it's a feeling, and I feel like it has.
So if you're okay, hold on. So, hold on. No, it's not a feeling. You could, because feelings can be manipulated.
hope, you have to manipulate people to give them hope.
But so hold on. Number one, before we had this discussion, we should have had a guideline of what each definition of hope is to us. Because I could look it up too. Because y'all are trying to tell me it's the feeling and not
No, I'm not.
the results of an action.
No, I'm not saying that these people had hope because they were saved. The point that I'm saying is that the movie doesn't highlight that really at all in Man of Steel. And that's which
True.
it does in
No,
Superman,
true,
which,
true. I
you
agree.
know, being a key part of his character, I feel like that's how it should be. It should be more of a focus.
I agree with that. I agree with you. I have nothing to say against that. I agree. They should have highlighted it better. Because the thing is, I'm a film student. Maybe it's because I read deeper into things. I don't know. But actions speak way louder than how something looks. And one thing I will concede immediately is this is a better Superman movie. 100%. Man of Steel, to me, though, is a better superhero movie. And I will explain what I mean by that.
That's what Johnny just said, basically.
No, I don't think this.
He didn't say
Well,
No.
he said it's a superhero movie.
I know. I think this is a superhero movie for people who don't know anything or don't like superheroes. But I don't think it's better.
Don't like superheroes or don't like Superman?
I think Man of Steel is better digestible to a regular audience viewer than this is. Because this is more comic booky, for sure.
Mhm.
It's more niche.
Definitely.
It's more Superman.
Yeah. I think a scene of perfect representation of hope is how, like, you have to show how it affects the world. Because hope is how you make others feel. Because Superman have hope in himself. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to see the hope with the citizens, Metropolis, the world. I want to see that people believe in him. But my example of hope is in Spider-Man when the Green Goblin has the niggas on the bus under the train.
The tram.
And then
That's what
the city.
I know. Spider-Man's the GOAT. But go ahead.
Yeah, and they're just throwing rocks at him, trying to mock because they believe in him, and they're like,
Yeah.
you know, like not even the train scene. That's obvious, but they show that they are about because he's a new superhero. Like he's new. Like this is a new, not this one, but Man of Steel. That's a new Superman. Whatever, like you know, he's learning whatever. But that's the other thing is like he's learning to be a superhero, but he's perfect. After he learns to fly, he never struggles with flying again, never struggles with lasers, never struggles with anything else. He's just the perfect superhero, except he's letting people die. But it's not like he's letting like people die as collateral, but there's no attempt. They don't show an attempt for him to make it
I'm
stop.
gonna be honest though. I do think that these things you're saying are negatives in the movie. I do think it just draws into his overall character arc. You have to start somewhere. where are you going? You're gonna have flaws that are supposed to be portrayed through film, I assume, because there's no point in having an arc if you're already perfect. So I assume that him not taking care of the people in the third act, that's part of his development. Hey, I gotta be better at that. I just got all this new power. I just learned how to fly. I got all the super heat vision. So hold on. I'm not making it. Hold on. Don't think what I'm not saying. Let me explain myself.
I'm listening. I'm not
But
saying
hold on. Before I finish this point, I want to go back to what Johnny said about the Spider-Man thing. Do you know how in that same scene with the Green Goblin, you saw Spider-Man trying to save MJ and Nick thing, and then the New Yorkers saw he was doing that, and they tried to help.
Yeah.
That's what James Gunn should have did with this movie.
I
Agreed.
can agree. And that's why Spider-Man is
Yeah.
better than this.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I agree with that. Oh, Cam, you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That is why Spider-Man is one of the greatest. I mean,
Yeah,
one of the
100%.
greatest comic book
Um,
superhero movies.
But I do think that for a character arc to happen and be meaningful, I do think you have to show the low points. A low point of Superman's character, which makes him more compelling and more complex, is the fact that he didn't have the wherewithal to have the people's well-being in mind while fighting someone who's just as strong as, well, not as strong as you, but just someone who's on your level physically, who's coming at you in real time and who's fast. Like, Kryptonians are fast. They show how fast they are. So if he's trying to save somebody, he's going to get beat on. So, I mean, his attention was focused on Zod, and it did end up in a lot of people dying because Zod being Zod could do a lot of damage if he's not paid attention to. And Zod clearly is trying to kill all humans, so I think the best thing to do is to put Zod down. That's what I would do. Because let's say if I went to go save somebody, and Zod's like, oh, you want to save them? Well, I'm going to go kill these other people over here. Nah, keep the fight in front of you. It's kind of like Infinity War when those monsters were around the dome and he said, how do we beat them? You got to open the barrier. You got to keep them in front of you because you can't. But that's besides the point. I do agree they should have showed something different in Man of Steel. I'm with you on that.
Good example of hope right there.
But these people, hold on. Number one, I don't like all the films in this. I mean, the phones in this movie. It makes it like too dated to this time. That's why I don't think it'll age as well as Man of Steel, because we're gonna just be like, oh, this was a 2025 movie. But because like we're talking about memes and influencers, like I don't like that shit being injected in movies personally. But that's what they chose to do creatively.
Yeah.
I don't like the humans in this world because they're so fucking wishy-washy, bro. They saw this nigga save a fucking squirrel. They saw this nigga save people in the building. He said, are you okay? Superman did all this shit. One video goes out. Now they turned off the nigga immediately. I thought that was corny as hell.
No, but not everybody did. And they showed that.
True, but most niggas were like throwing cans at the nigga head and like, go home. And like niggas had signs.
But this
already.
Lex,
That shit was
that
crazy.
Movie, in this movie, it makes sense because Lex is also a powerful, notable figure, and they even build him up. And the movie is like it goes Superman up here with Lex, and then it switches and it lowers, and instead of people, and they takes over.
True.
But then they show how the people feel about him. We don't know how anybody feels about Superman in Man of Steel until the next movie.
Well, I think those people are more critically thinking. I think that's what it is. Because, bro, the people in James Gunn's universe are fucking sheep, bro. They get told what to believe, basically. So a lot of people, like you
But
said,
that's
Lex
realistic.
has a lot of influence. So if Lex says something, oh, it must be true. Now let's fuck Superman.
That's realistic.
It's also a comment. It is. But I think for a movie, for me per se, the purpose of a movie is to get your point across. I understand realistic things are going to happen, but if we just wanted to look at the real world, we wouldn't make movies. We would, because movies are basically, there's a point to them. It's to show something within human nature. So I wouldn't just show, oh yeah, like we're going to show how wishy-washy people can be. Cool, but what effect does that have on, what does that show the audience who's watching that? So it basically means that, oh, if the right person says the right thing, they can get the people to sway. That's not really a better way to show the life of the people was how Christopher Nolan did it in the Dark Knight trilogy, when he put the choice in the people's hands and the people actually critically thought about it and said, you know what, we're not just gonna believe what this Joker is saying. He says that the other boat's probably gonna do it, but we have a choice. I like that. I like when people have a choice compared to let's just see. But I like when people think to themselves, oh, I have a choice in the matter. I'm not just gonna believe what someone feeds me. Even though I agree with you, most people in the real world that we use today they're sheep. Like, let's just keep it banned. They're sheep. Mm-hmm. They believe whatever they see on the internet, and that's kind of why I don't like James Gunn shit, because I want to escape to a different world.
I can agree with that because I fully love getting like
I hate seeing influences
in a
yeah, like that shit is
in its
corny.
world. Yeah, I can say I didn't get like fully immersed in Superman 2025 world, but
I don't know the world in Man of Steel.
See, also this nigga is Jack too. You see that ab shot?
But that's the thing. That's the one thing. This is supposed to be Superman, and this is supposed to be Clark Kent. He does not work as Clark Kent at all. He doesn't work as Clark Kent at all. He does work as Superman.
I agree. He
really doesn't work.
Cavill was not a good Clark Kent. I agree. He tried a little bit with what he had, but I didn't think the script gave him a lot to work with as Clark. Yeah.
I feel like we're watching the Jesus movie.
he died for their sins.
So we see nothing from the people he saved.
Because the point is not to receive thanks, it's to do it because it's the right thing to do. We don't care about what the people love it or not. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to fucking do. Spider-Man kept doing the right thing to do no matter how much they shit on him. Green Goblin said, in spite of what you did for them, they'll still hate you.
But we don't even know their opinions. We don't, like, that's the thing is what? There is no world.
But the thing is, the opinion doesn't matter. The action matters. In this moment, what do you do?
It does matter because I don't know what the action means. There's no meaning behind that.
Okay, hold on. What? Okay.
If I don't know how...
I'm getting lost right now because I'm thinking to myself, if niggas are trying to escape and live, and I say, hey, let me buy them some time, that's not, like, what is that? That's doing the right thing, right?
No, he's doing the right thing. I can see
that's all I'm saying.
Right thing, but it, like...
I'm not going to sit there and wait for my congratulations.
I'm not saying he needs to wait for it. I don't know. Like you said, in Spider-Man, some of the best moments are, seeing how the people in New York react to him saving them.
Actually, Johnny, you're right, because I just made a point about in the real world is different. You're right. They should have showed it. You're right.
Showed what?
They should have showed the effect on the people.
But there's there's no world in this. There's no, like, I don't know how anybody feels about him besides Lois Lane and the general. There's no showing about how the people feel.
You know what's so funny about your statement? You're so right, and they recognize the people. So Zack Snyder and the team, the writing, they recognize that you're right. That was the whole focus of BVS, was the fallout of the first movie.
Yeah,
that was Batman's whole point, was how the optics from the outside in, like his choices. He has the power to do, like. So you're 100% right, because you bringing that to task is them recognizing and saying, hey, our next movie, we're starting with that.
And I know we all think that.
And then they literally took this nigga to court. Like,
but then you got Batman, who doesn't agree with him letting people die, but he's
Batman was that wasn't Batman in that movie. He wasn't
right.
Even though Christian Bale did body Harvey.
Oh my God! This scene right here. This is not Superman. Superman would never steal these niggas' clothes. Ever. He would have knocked on their door and asked, or he would have been flying around naked or running around naked.
And then he goes on a covert mission.
I think just Man of Steel was just, more.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't take your clothes.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does.
He does.
Oh, he does? Ah, shit.
This is a small thing. It's small nitpick. Doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah.
That nigga finessed him. That nigga finessed him.
He would never throw logs through that nigga's van. He would never.
He bullied that nigga. Like, he was retaliating. Like, that was.
You know what? I should have rewatched this movie. I did not know he finessed them niggas. Them old niggas like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, out the trunk. Nah, that's
But Cam, what were you gonna say?
This is the real Superman, the realistic one.
I was gonna say, Man of Steel is just. I feel like I find it more appealing. It's just because it's more badass.
Yeah, it's a better looking Superman.
Superman. You know, like just visual wise too. Like it's just. I really just appreciate the character development of Superman with the flashbacks and everything, and the conversations he was having with his dad and stuff like that. Growing up to see who the man he is today and stuff like that. I feel like that just held a lot of value and weight to me. I just feel like this Superman, this new one was just, it's like, it's one of those where, you know, like, superhero movies just get too corny. I feel like it's going in that direction for me. And I personally don't like it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
My question is,
It's a hero right here. It's a real hero right
what
here.
is the character development of Superman in this movie?
In Man of Steel?
In Man of Steel.
Did I not explain it?
No. Because like between him and his dad, like the flashbacks with his dad, what development did he go through? This Clark Kent right now
It's saving.
is saving
Bro,
niggas.
I told you it's the struggle between what his Krypton parents
But he never struggled with that.
What do you mean?
He never struggled with that. He never stopped saving people. Every chance he gets in this movie, he saves that. He tried to save the waitress. Well, he basically saved her from getting harassed. He saved the kids on the bus.
Okay. Does Superman 2025 ever stop saving people?
The kids.
No, but that wasn't his character. The whole point of this
Kids that
movie.
wanted to bully him. The kids that wanted to bully him, and he was like, "I wanted to hit them so bad."
But he
You know,
never
like-
does. He never
I understand
does.
that. But it was a teaching point.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because he didn't do it. He didn't learn. It wasn't like he had to learn not to hit them.
He wasn't hitting them before
did it.
that moment.
And then what does that lead to as him as an adult? It's never like he has to pull back against somebody in the real world. Those lessons are never applied later in the movie.
Him hiding his identity of who he was.
He had no, but he didn't make that. Wasn't a real conscious decision.
No, but I'm saying like he told the kids who he was, and his dad was like, you know, what should you do? Let him drown? Like, okay, maybe, like, you know. And then what did he do? Trey's literally just that all this stuff.
No, but it's not that. That's not reflective of what happens in the movie. He never hides his identity. When he saves the niggas on a boat, he's not hiding his identity.
One time he does is with his dad.
When he hides his identity, when he's saving Lois Lane, he's not hiding his identity. When he's saving,
So let me guess, he's getting dock points for saving niggas.
no, he's not. It's not because he's saving
No,
people.
he just asked
It's
what the
because
development.
he's not developing.
dumb, yeah.
There's no applied development. None of the quote unquote lessons he's learning from his dad, letting niggas die. He never again lets anybody die
He
except
said
his
there's
dad.
more at stake here.
And he
Then
never
I'll lie.
he doesn't make the decision to let his dad die. His dad tells him to let him die. Every quote unquote lesson he learns, he's forced into. He's forced to let his dad die. He's forced to reveal his identity. Because what is the alternative? Let everyone on earth die or reveal yourself. That's not a decision. Anybody would do that. There's no conflict. We know he's going to do that. There's nothing in the movie that would tell me that he wouldn't do that.
I think the character development of Superman is to publicly put himself out there as a symbol of hope. I think that is the character development. I think the character development is he tries to hide himself because his dad told him to hide himself, right? So he hides himself. His other father says, no, show the people who you are, be a symbol of hope. So he puts the fucking suit on. Superman's a thing now. That's the development.
He never made that choice. He never made that choice.
Hold on. So, Clark is doing all these things. He's trying to be slick with using his powers and saving people, right? That's what his status quo is. I'm hiding in the shadows, saving people. I don't need people to know that I exist. The character development is by the end of the movie, I pop out. I'm Superman. I exist. I'm here now.
Why did he make that decision?
Because of what he went through with his father. What do you
No. He made that decision because
No,
God's
bro,
thing.
hold on. No. he watched his father die because he didn't pop out. So he chose in the end of the movie, fuck that. I'm popping out because I learned from when my dad died. That's not the way.
No, he popped out because his Zod said, yo, bring me this nigga or I'm killing everybody. And he's okay, fuck, I got you now.
That's true. Sent them note.
Hold
He
on.
goes,
So, Superman, when he puts on the suit and he flies around the world,
huh?
because I assume that Zod comes out later after that.
He does, yeah.
So, if your goal is to be unseen and no one should know, he wouldn't even take the steps to fly and do all this other shit. He would just continue to do what he was doing in the beginning of the movie, going from job to job, just trying to be a regular nigga. He wouldn't listen to the father with his. He wouldn't want to learn about his other half and say, "Damn, I actually do have a greater purpose here. I have a greater life here. I'm actually going to show people that I can do great things and I can show them that they can be the next step of what they could be." He chose to pop out and show niggas. That's the character development.
Wait, what point? What did he do? I missed that.
When he put the suit on and decided to fly and really test his powers, test his limits. He would never test his limits prior to him thinking that he could be a symbol for people. He would have just been a regular nigga working at bars like he's doing right now.
But why not show him being a symbol before that?
Bro,
He never
Hold
there's
on.
no point.
John,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
You asked me your two questions are contradicting because you asked me how did he change, which was his arc, right? I just explained how he changed. Now you're asking me, well, why didn't he show that change?
No, because I don't believe that that's changed. I don't think that's real change.
Bro,
I don't know.
He's saving people.
What's
Jay knew he was saving them,
Jay-
but now he's
Jay-
also saving them?
The humans need a higher symbol of hope. He's supposed to be that. Him working at bars is him not doing that. He's hiding himself.
So
But
does he
there's
not
no
have
need-
a super,
there's no
does
need
he not have
for
an
that.
identity anymore?
He does it, but this thing, he's not holding himself back from that. He doesn't know that that part exists.
Bro, hold on.
That's true. His dad just told him like you're an alien and showed him the ship. He didn't know about that.
He finds out
So-
about this ship right now.
As he discovers,
Superman would never do this.
shit, nigga, I would. He really one of us for real. He did what any human being would have fucking done.
But he's
So
supposed to be.
he is one of us,
But
bro.
he's supposed to be.
But nah, 2025 was like
This
one
is
of us,
hopeful.
right?
This is.
That's being a human.
Yeah, but he's
Throw
not
some
that-
shit again,
not
nigga.
that kind of human.
No one heard giant logs crashing.
Hold on. All right, we gotta. Okay, so we're giving points to Superman 2025 for being like us and being emotional and all this shit, right? We're giving points for that.
I'm giving it points for showing a
That
great
nigga-
characterization of Superman.
Hold on.
That's what I'm giving it points
Let me land. I agree that Superman would not do that.
Yes, this is a Superman movie. Remind
Yes.
you, or supposed to be.
But if based on your premise of, oh, he's supposed to be one of us, what would most people do in that situation? If they had that power, they would do some shit like that. They say, fuck your car,
But
nigga.
Superman wouldn't.
Or break his jaw.
Okay. But also, yeah, mind you, we're also in the first act of the movie. So yes, he has to learn. He's been trying to live amongst people, bro. If you've been bullied as a kid, if you've been
You're gonna lash out.
yes.
Oh, this is a
Come on,
perfect
bro.
example of him not learning a lesson. Because his whole thing from his dad was don't retaliate. He retaliates right there. When he wanted to punch that kid, he said, I wanted to punch him so hard. He was like, you can't. That's the equivalent of a punch right there.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's not
That's
retaliation.
retaliation.
That's a retaliation.
Dog. Okay, hold on.
It's not the same as a punch, but
He didn't
I mean,
injure the nigga, bro.
He injured him in another way.
His pockets, his money.
His jaw, pockets, whatever.
Okay, well, y'all can have that. I'm not even gonna discuss y'all.
It's a bad way to retaliate. It's like affecting someone
Okay,
else.
you're
Like,
right. You're right, but that's part of the character arc. He learns.
But this is another thing.
Does he
How
do that
does
shit
he-
again? No.
No. But that's the thing. The
He
absence of
learns.
something doesn't show me that you learned something.
But okay, hold on. Bro, what do you want this nigga to do, bro?
I want him to be Superman. That's all. This is the thing. I don't think this is. I think this is a bad movie on its own. Like I think, regardless of whether or not it's a Superman movie, it's a bad movie. I think it's bad, but just bad.
I'm gonna be honest. As a viewer, I loved watching him do that with the car. I loved watching him do that. As a person who bought a ticket to go watch a movie, I wanted to see
the
that.
moment. This thing. That's the thing with the Zack Snyder. There's so many great moments in this movie that don't work in the context of saying, "Oh wait, this is supposed to be Superman."
Exactly. That's exactly.
Hold on.
Because Superman's not, all those
Just
beats
describe
when he's in space,
Hold on.
those things are cool.
Hold
They
on.
look good.
I will say, before this movie came out, the way it was marketed and the way that it was showed was, this is a take on Superman. It's not the tried and true Superman. Clearly, it's not.
Yeah.
But for what it attempts to do, to show a more grounded, more realistic Superman, I think it does that. Because I thought to myself, oh, if I had Superman's powers, that nigga's car is gone. That's
Think of the title.
we can stop there
Man of Steel.
and not even think about it.
Steel.
So
Man of Steel is
That's
not called Superman.
what
It's
who is the Man of Steel, Gib?
But you get what I'm saying.
No,
No.
because that's also known as that's the same.
Trey
thing.
doesn't even know exactly the same.
It's the same thing.
I just,
Okay, I have a question too, but it's gonna be about this scene in a second.
I love how he's discovering his heritage. By the way, this
Yeah.
is nice. I like
This is
I like
like,
that, yeah.
The moments like the moments in this movie are good, but then you start thinking, okay, wait, this is
Yo, actually, I think this
Actually-
is way more of a realistic, like, relatable movie than 2025. Because if you think about it, if you were a human being and half of your parentage you didn't discover until way later in life, like, this is kind of how you feel. Like, damn, like, there's a whole different world I didn't fucking know. Our family I didn't even know about. Like, we're seeing that but through an alien's eyes on a planet that's foreign to him. I think this is so way more fire than how they showed it in 2025. Because, to be frank, they didn't even show it in 2025
Mhm.
because that wasn't the story they were trying to tell there. This is more of an origin story. So
Yeah,
but we don't really get origins. So they skip.
what
over
they
it.
put it in like the first crawl.
Yeah, which I like, which I appreciate it because I don't.
no, I do
I
like
like,
that.
I like seeing this stuff.
I like that he's exploring his heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I like
that's cool.
yeah.
And it really shapes who he's going to be. Because he has to make choices. Hey, there are two sides of me pulling. One saying I should pop out and show niggas. The
think-
other side saying I should lay
I
low.
hate this scene.
I should lay low and just be one of them. It's
This-
up to him to say, you know what? I am going to be a symbol of hope. I am going to be the bridge between two worlds. I am going to be a protector of my new home. He chose to do that.
I think this movie does a very terrible job of displaying how he's feeling through his actions. That is the very first time in Superman's life that something has overpowered him. That machine, that small machine right there.
Well, because
He has no reaction to it whatsoever.
it's from Krypton.
I know, but we know, but he has no. This
It's his
man is
force.
the strongest. He's the strongest, incomprehensibly strong. Nothing has been stronger than him. Nothing's been able to stop him from what he's doing ever.
Okay.
That small little floaty thing just stopped him from moving. He should have some reaction to that.
I'm going to be honest. This is a film thing because everything in film is shown for a reason.
Mhm.
This is the show. This is foreshadowing for the future. It's to give you a tangible way to explain how Kryptonian weaponry goes against Kryptonians and how that's going to be a plot point later on. It just it's.
I
it's
know,
just the thing. Yeah.
I see it, but I want to see how he feels about it. I want to see Superman.
Well,
how
he's-
good is Superman and what is
He's silent right now because he's just taking everything in. He doesn't know what to
But
think.
if you were
He's conflicted
strongest
because
person on Earth,
he's conflicted because he doesn't know if he's the only one.
like you
So
see the
right
difference
here-
between how it impacted him versus her. If it was strong enough, like he should be in shock right now that thing stopped him. He should even if it's a small facial expression.
Well, the thing is, right? If nothing has been ever able to cut you in life, and something just cuts you, you're gonna be kind of like, oh shit, like I'm in awe. Like
But they don't show that.
that's never.
He's chilling. I'll walk around and shit.
Well, bro, hold on. All right, never mind.
he didn't show that.
But that's the direct. That's the direction.
I just watched the thing grab his arm. He had no reaction. Pulled away and then
Just kept on
walking through the ship. Didn't make any face.
Well, because think about it, right? You said it yourself. He's the strongest nigga, right? Why would he ever have a reaction to something trying to attack him if nothing has ever worked against him?
because
If I walk into,
and this is terrible.
Why does he decide to save her here?
No, but that's the thing is like
well, maybe he thought she was beautiful. I don't know.
that's the thing. Why don't we know? Why don't we know why he's doing things? I don't know why he does anything in this movie. I don't know why.
Well,
like
bro,
they don't show like he doesn't.
Why did he save her?
I'm gonna be honest with you. He was taught to be a good person. Maybe his choice is saving people. That's how he shows he's a good person. Because there's different ways. Because your mom can tell you, hey, like, have respect for people, but you may not know exactly what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, your parents can give you a guideline of what respect is, but how you enact respect is up to you. You have free will. Someone could say, hey, take care of people. But me taking care of somebody could be going above and beyond. That's taking care of somebody. Somebody can say, hey, as long as I tap in with you for a little bit and make sure you're breathing and alive, that's taking care of. The person has to choose with, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was taught to be a good person and to do right. He's choosing in the moment what he thinks is right. And we're seeing that.
If
It doesn't
you
have to
watch
be
this
explained.
movie-
We don't need exposition to show that. Because they're showing it to us. Oh, he believes that in this moment, even though he doesn't know her, he's going to try and save her. That shows his character. We understand that, okay, he's the type of person that he's willing to risk his identity to save somebody.
If you watch this movie,
That's what I got from that scene, by the way.
if you watch this movie from the point of, let's say, let me think about it. Not the very first scene, after he's on Earth, and you watch up to this point, you would not know, if you knew nothing about this movie, didn't know what movie you walked into, you would not know that was. You wouldn't. I would not think that Superman was a superhero.
Since he returned to Earth?
If you came to this movie from, let's say, the point that he was on the beach to this point right now in this movie, you would not know this was a superhero. You would not know that he was a superhero. I would think he was a villain.
Bro.
Oh, because he stabbed dude's car?
He stabbed his car. He's burning this bitch with his eyes. He just left her in the middle of the ice. He doesn't know that someone.
Well, that's the arc. You're supposed to watch the full movie.
But this is the thing. That's never improved. These moments, these mistakes he's making, there's no.
Hold on, that's a terrible argument because I'll give you a great example of why it's a terrible argument. If someone didn't know Spider-Man Far From Home and niggas thought Mysterio was a fucking hero because he was saving niggas in the beginning of the movie or whatever, I'm here to, nigga. If you watch the full movie, you understand he's not a hero. You have to watch the full movie.
But that's the thing in that movie. That's the thing. The difference. He is specifically implied to be a hero.
But he's not.
But that's the thing. But that is the point of the story. They show that he's not eventually.
But
They
bro,
don't-
but you
they
only
never
know that
show the
because you
growth.
watched the rest of the movie.
But that's the thing. But that's my point I'm making. The rest of the movie eventually shows that they know that he's not a hero.
Bro, if you
how
walk
they
into
feel
this
about
movie cold and you don't know what the fuck is going on, you're watching this person mature right in front of your eyes, learning lessons from
I don't.
saving people. Hold on. My mom does not watch superheroes. I put her on that much. She knew Superman before me because, of course, like Superman's a fucking worldwide icon.
Mhm.
But if she were to walk into this movie and it's called Man of Steel, she doesn't know it's Superman. She's just watching a white dude from a different planet come here. She's thinking, oh, it's probably just a sci-fi jump. What makes it a superhero movie is throughout the movie, there are pivotal points where decisions have to be made, actions have to be made, and when you see the actions that are made, it puts a puzzle together of different pieces. Act 1 leads into Act 2, leads into Act 3. It's a continuous film that goes from point A to point B. And when you go from point A to point B, you start to say to yourself, oh, wow, okay. So he has superpowers, check. He saves people, check. This looks like it could be a super. I'm not sure if it's super. Oh, let me watch some more. Oh, he has a suit. Okay, so he has a suit he can fly. Okay, and there's some bad people coming to take over the Earth. Oh, he wants to stop them. oh, he must be a superhero. You have to watch the movie. Like I don't
But
know what you're
These
trying to
lessons
say.
that he's supposed to learn, they never show that he learned the lesson. Him becoming a superhero was not his choice. He didn't choose to do that. He would have kept himself.
I disagree.
If Zod never showed up on planet Earth,
I
there's
disagree.
nothing that is showing me
I
that he would
disagree.
have chose to be
Do
superhero.
you know what he could have done? He could have hit him. He could have kept hiding himself and said, "Hey, there's no alien here."
And then what would happen? He would have killed everyone on the planet. And then,
Yes, because that's what a regular human would do,
No, they wouldn't.
bro. You got humanity fucked up, thinking that niggas ain't going.
A lot of
I
people would
themselves.
have. If someone, okay,
JD,
Especially
hold on,
God.
hold on. JD, the average person, if an alien strong nigga was like, "Hey, one of y'all come out," you think niggas is gonna volunteer? Hold on. Yes,
If aliens say
You need to revenge
One
yourself
person-
or the whole
Hold on,
world is
hold on.
gonna die.
Hold on.
People are that's
Hold on.
gonna probably be a pretty good
the
split.
small percent of good people, yes, but the average person is gonna be too afraid to make that choice.
but he's not the average person. He's super.
But that's the thing. His parents, on Earth, are trying to make him feel like he's the average person to fit in.
But the
He's
thing
trying
is,
to
like,
fit in.
If
That's what they're trying
God
to
never
inform.
came to Earth and said that, there's nothing in the movie that tells me that he would still be Superman if that didn't happen. Based on what's happening in the movie, he would have stayed in hiding the
That's the
entire
whole point of the movie.
No, it's not. But him. He doesn't make that decision on his own. He doesn't. Zod makes him make that decision.
That's kind of.
No, he doesn't make
When
that
did, okay,
decision on
okay,
his
then
own.
who did he say as Superman before?
Fucking skip through the fucking movie. To
No,
see
did
him.
you? Because who did he save? I'm asking. Who did he save as Superman? As Superman before Zod came? Please tell me. Because that must have been a deleted
It
scene.
led up to him.
No.
When he-
But that's my point. He made that decision not of his own volition.
When he saved the kid.
He put the suit on.
He wasn't Superman. He
It led-
wasn't Superman.
Okay, I know he wasn't Superman, but it led up to him being Superman.
He put the suit on before Zod
But
got.
that's the thing. There's no
Yes, he did
development.
put on
He's
the suit.
always saving people. He only
He
there's
already
one out of all of the 8 billion people on this
He already
planet.
put on the
He
suit.
didn't
He already
save
put on the
one
suit.
person. His father.
Hold on, Johnny. I told you.
So
the
it's no
development.
different.
The development is instead of doing it in secret and not being a symbol, he puts on the suit to be a symbol to do it to show people, yes, I'm here.
But he wasn't. He didn't show anybody that he was sick. No one knew that there was a nigga flying around in a suit.
That's the arc.
But that he put on. He changed his
He
clothes.
goes from
Yeah,
obscurity.
he's doing it in public. That's
But he
hard.
wasn't doing it in public. He didn't do it in public at any point before
That's
that.
No, he's saying in the
He
against
goes
God.
the
now
arc
he's
here.
doing it in
Here,
public.
point A is obscurity and hiding, and I'm not there. The arc is, nigga, I'm here. I'm saving y'all. I'm a symbol. I'm out loud and proud.
Why is
It's
he
a
doing
coming out story.
But he didn't make that choice. That's not a choice. That is the illusion
That's
of choice.
what you want. That's
That's the illusion.
I
of choice.
can't agree with you on that.
Because he's not doing it. He's not like, okay, I'm ready and I'm gonna do it. It's fuck. I guess I gotta do it now.
So Johnny, why do you put on the suit?
There's a scene when we could skip to the scene.
Hold
Hold on,
Goes-
hold
I
on,
don't-
hold on, JD. Why did he put on the suit then?
He's about to put on right now, I think.
Because he learned his heritage. He changed his clothes.
Okay, he
I'm
made
supposed
it-
to be impressed.
he
He
made-
changed his clothes.
He made a
But-
choice.
But I'm saying there's a scene after Zod gives the message you need to come out. He goes to the church to like talk to some dude. and-
Yes,
The
Yeah,
illusion.
figure out why
That's
he
still
goes.
the illusion of choice. He
Talk to
did
the
not
priest.
have a choice.
but he put on the suit to show that he was going to be a symbol of
People-
They're different from us. It's true,
That's
but ultimately,
not- that's not
I believe that's a
Should be.
good. Hold on, let's just watch. It won't necessarily make the same. Okay.
guide them.
Mm-hmm.
Awkward because I can't even see shit. But yeah, I'm here.
That's what this symbol means. He puts on the symbol
Yep.
to show everyone that he
Mhm.
needs hope.
Now, when does he do it?
To be a force of good. Hold on. His Earth parents didn't teach him that.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of telling.
His Earth parents didn't. He put the suit on, nigga.
He changed his clothes. I don't give a fuck about that.
No, his dad. Hold on.
This is the equivalent of him.
His dad just told him what the suit represents. He said it represents hope to be a shining beacon for these people.
So
he said,
I
"Okay, I'm gonna put it on."
have a question. Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
So, say there's no suit. If Zod says that message, would he still
Nigga,
go say
what you mean if there's no suit? You can't say that.
But this is the thing.
There's a
The
fucking
suit
suit there.
means nothing.
You can't take out an element of the fucking movie, JD.
This scene.
That's like saying, oh, what's that? That's like saying, oh,
I'm not
Yes,
saying
yes,
I'm
yes,
not
yes.
convinced that he
This is the
changed
thing.
here. I think he still would have
Peter
saved.
Parker-
no, he's trying to. No. He's actively trying to push his limits to become the symbol of hope, bro. He's not canceling out his powers. He's trying to make them the best that they can so he can do more. He wants to do more. He put on the suit to do more.
Okay, but he never does it. He does not do it until Zod forces him to.
No, I'm done. All
right, we're gonna watch. We're gonna keep watching, and I want you to
Because guess
show me the
what?
scene of him
Guess
making that
what?
decision.
He fails at flying, right? He could have just stopped. No, nigga, he's gonna get
He
this shit
wasn't
until
going
he
to
gets
stop.
it.
There's nothing that shows
Oh,
you that.
okay, now
I'm
it's
saying
out.
he could have stopped.
Okay.
He never would have stopped. But show me him. I'm just saying.
Cam,
you don't
hold
think that that's
on.
important?
Cam, if you're trying to attempt something, let's say, right? If you're not pressed about it, would you try tooth and nail to get it down if you was not pressed about it?
You will give the people of Earth an ideal to strive towards.
You would keep trying, right? If you cared about
They'll
it, right?
race behind.
Where's the hope?
They will stumble.
Where's the hope?
They will fall.
Where is
But in time, they will join you in the sun, Cal.
they never do this.
Cam,
They never do
hold on.
this.
Keep going, Cam.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I completely agree with Trey on this one. As in, like, bro, why would he put on the suit? He put on the suit to become Superman.
So that's what I'm saying.
But this is what
You guys are focused on the suit.
Wait, I'm gonna.
The suit means
Wait,
something in the movie. He has to focus on the suit.
I want to hear what he says.
It's the plot devoid.
Go ahead.
I can't give my shit
No,
on.
no.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Bro, I'm saying he puts on the symbol of hope to become Superman. And what does he do? He practices flying. He's practicing, and then like what Trey said, he fails, and they kept on going because he knows what he wants to be. He wants to be the symbol of hope to people, a greater version.
Duh, like.
No. I know. But this thing, I understand what you're saying. It represents.
I understand.
This is the best flying we've ever seen, by the way.
Obviously, like, yes, I get it. Obviously, he didn't have anything to do until Zod said something. Yes, the director could have put in some shit beforehand to show that, this was his goal to save the people. But no, that didn't happen.
Yes, and then based on
they found he.
Hey, this one right here.
You know what's crazy? This is what's crazy. Because in the movie, the reason Zod came in the first place is because he activated the ship. He
Lit, nigga.
activated the
So
ship.
fuck.
These
He
moments.
activated
Fire.
the ship, and that's why it freed Zod, and Zod was trying to find him and found where the ship was activated from and freed Zod. That's why Zod came so fast to go to find that nigga, to build Krypton on Earth.
If you think about it,
That's where the whatever text was.
Yep.
him choosing to be Superman unlocked Zod. It's the other way around. Y'all were trying to say he became Superman because Zod.
No,
do that on purpose.
But my point is this.
Zod came out because he became Superman.
But that was
Exactly.
accident. That's an accident.
No, bro.
He didn't know who Zod was. He didn't know that he was going to do that. He does not perform any Superman acts before Zod does that. Before Zod comes out and threatens him, he does not perform a singular Superman act saving anybody, not a singular person before.
Hold on.
You're saying when he has the suit, right?
when he
Yeah.
has-
So now we're
based on
focused.
that-
So now we're focused on actions. Now, when I was trying to explain, all right, never mind. Go ahead.
No. Actions matter. But the difference is he is not showing. Based on what the movie is telling me, I have to believe he would have never gone public with him being Superman if Zod didn't come out.
No.
Because what do you mean no? Because he was battling himself with that. He was battling with that.
Do you want to know what lets you know that's not true? He wouldn't have put the fucking suit on him.
He
But would
changed
have-
his shirt.
He
I
would have
don't
been
care about
saving.
changing
He
his
was
shirt.
saving people from the beginning of the movie.
That-
He wouldn't have tried to save niggas
Until
from
he
Zod.
saved somebody, him putting on the suit. means
Hold
nothing.
on, hold on. You understand in the character's journey,
If he was probably
Hold
Superman,
on.
he would have been Superman.
in the,
right here.
you understand the character's journey, right? There's a mentor. That's a part of the story, a mentor.
Is
Who's
that-
so there?
yeah.
How did Luke Skywalker become Luke Skywalker?
In the very
Without Ben Solo.
he's hiding his identity right here. In the very next scene with him in it, he's hiding his identity.
Because he has to be two people.
But he's publicly Superman now. Why does it be two people? Especially with Lois Lane.
Why is Superman 2025 two people? Why is Superman from
But
Christopher Reeves two people?
but they know Superman exists. No one knows who Superman does not exist right now. To the world, Superman doesn't exist.
Bro. Oh my god.
Am I wrong?
Yes, you're wrong.
Well, who
Because-
does he exist? Who knows who Superman is? Who is? Oh, that's Superman.
Hold on. Superman just put his suit on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to do something. Oh, this is the Flash. I think.
So he's ramping up to. He's gaining the confidence to come out.
Mhm.
Because his whole life he's been told to lay low and don't show his powers since he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's like raising your kid to do something for 18 plus years and then randomly one day saying, do the opposite. It's hard. You can't just do that. You get to like you get to adjust to that shit, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why isn't he
But
just...
that's my thing. That's fine. I agree with you. He does not make that decision on his own.
Yes. Oh my. Bro, he does.
No, they don't. They don't show that. He does. There's
Just-
no action of him. Oh, I'm
Johnny.
behind the
Johnny, he puts on the fucking suit.
That doesn't matter. He changed his shirt. That's the equivalent of him changing. Until he does something. Until he does something.
Don't make me go on Google, bro.
Until
I'll
he
go
does
on Google
something
right now.
Do you not agree with me? Until he does something with the suit, it's the equivalent of him putting.
Cam, talk to this nigga, bro.
Did somebody tell him to go find that shit?
Yes. Yes, he literally overheard about the shit and went to go look for it.
I thought his dad was telling him about it.
No, that's when he found the small shit. He heard some people like, "Hey, they found this in Antarctica."
Okay, you're not answering my question. Did anybody tell him to go find the ship?
No, what does that have to do with anything?
Okay,
He chose to do
he did
it.
that on his own, right?
So putting on the suit is what makes him Superman.
Bro, it's the step towards oh my god.
But he does. But this is the thing I'm talking
He
about.
was safe.
Okay, he has the suit.
I'm gonna ask Google, okay? Is that okay? I'm gonna ask Google
Okay.
why he put it on. If y'all don't understand why he put it
No,
on.
I understand why he.
I get why he put it on.
I get. That's not my.
I don't
point.
think the
I don't
suit
care.
changed his character. That's all. That's I think
That's
the
my
point.
point. He does not change
Hold on.
because he has the suit.
Cam, go ahead.
He put the suit on to become Superman, to be a symbol of hope.
Okay.
That's why he.
So
changed
okay.
clothes.
All right. Okay.
His dad explained to him what the suit was. It
Yeah.
was a symbol of hope. So he said, let me put on a symbol of hope.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So when does he start becoming the symbol of hope? Does he slowly like, okay, let me go save this one person in the suit and then maybe a few other people? No, he doesn't use that suit again until Zod says, we are going to kill everybody if this nigga does not pop out.
I'm gonna go spin the new Superman tonight. Can you read
agree.
it?
No, I agree. In the
I'll
movie
read
Man
it
of Steel,
because I
Clark
can't
Kent
read it.
dons the iconic Superman suit after a period of struggle and training, as a symbol of his acceptance of his Kryptonian heritage and his destiny to protect humanity. Guided by the Kryptonian Al Jarrell, he eventually accepts the suit to become the hero.
That's why
That's
Something.
Oh my
I
Can
don't
I say
see
something?
that.
Can I say something?
Yes.
He never rejected his Kryptonian heritage, though.
He didn't know it
He didn't know.
existed.
Bro. Hold on.
But in that way, he is
Hold
growing by
on.
learning.
Hold on. So let's say, right? Let's say his dad came to him, and I'm gonna use. I know I got on you for this. So what if the suit wasn't there? What if?
No, we didn't say that. I mean,
No, hold on.
we're making.
What
a
if? You know what I'm saying? What if his dad said, "Oh, this suit is a conquering suit. We're here to conquer." You think he puts that suit on?
No,
Okay.
no.
So what does that tell you? He chose to be a symbol of hope, right? He chose that.
But he chose that before when he saved niggas at the oil rig. When he
No,
saved the kids.
a public, global, I'm here humanity.
When they do it.
When his dad taught him what it was,
No,
told
he
him what it
didn't.
was.
No, he didn't.
When did he go public with the world?
That nigga might as well have been flying around his room. No one.
When did he
I
go
can't-
public?
No one sees him.
When
No
did he
one
become the
knows.
symbol?
Who is the first person to know he's Superman?
Hold on, I'm gonna ask Google. Because Google is the only nigga that y'all niggas still listen to.
No, but I
understand what the scene is telling me, but they don't show it. There is no point in the movie up until Zod comes out that he publicly shows that he is the symbol of hope. Oh my god. This isn't a Superman movie. He's not hopeful. He doesn't try to necessarily be hopeful. This is the only person in the whole movie he lets die.
so
That shit, no, okay. We agree this is, I don't agree with this. This was just the most ultimate lesson of his dad saying stay down and be human. That was,
And he never does.
because his dad proved to him, he said, hey, son, I'm willing to die for us to instill within you what we're trying. I'm willing to die for my message.
You know
and
what?
he never does that.
You know what would have been an infinitely better.
He
scene?
never stopped stating.
If he would have let
No, no,
those
no,
niggas in the
no,
world.
no, 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 no.
Well,
No. Hold on. The goal was to not be known and to be seen.
No.
No, that's what his parents wanted.
Yeah.
Superman himself might have done otherwise, but what his parents wanted was for humans to not know that he was different.
And yet he was.
And his dad died because he said, hey, you're not going to expose yourself. I'm going to die before you expose yourself because that's what I'm teaching you. And I will die for this message.
That he should-
And you will watch me die because you're going to, you feel me? Like, that's
Okay.
the whole point.
that
It wasn't-
people shouldn't. He didn't
No,
want
no.
people to know.
No. So his dad wasn't like, don't save people. His dad was like, don't be seen like, because guess what, right? Humans can save humans on a human basis. You can do human shit. When it comes to like, oh, that building's gonna fall, I can go catch that. His dad's like, nah, don't show niggas you can go catch that building. Act like a regular person. Try to get niggas out the way as a human would, but that's it. No more.
He never
That's
said
what his dad was basically saying. And
He says let him die. He doesn't say.
no, because guess what? Let's say if the bus didn't fall off the thing, and let's say one kid was dangling off the shit, and he was the closest nigga to go pick him up. Yeah, his dad would be, oh, good job, son. But if the whole bus was gonna fall off, and Clark was like, let me go catch the bus, that's when his dad was like, all right, you gotta pull it back. You can't be catching buses.
So then
That's the point.
why does he save a big ass group of people at the oil rig?
He chose to do that. Superman chose to do that.
So
I
he's
think-
saving people publicly, giving them hope.
Bro,
That's
Number one, he wasn't under the guise of I'm inspiring hope. He was just under the guise of this is the right thing to do. The hope part came in from his Kryptonian heritage. He didn't know that he was supposed to be a poster boy for anything.
So
he
now-
thought he was supposed to be a regular human just doing the right thing, laying low.
so the overarching.
As a regular human would. The point where he said, I'm taking it to the next level, I'm going to become different and show y'all what y'all could be, is when I put that fucking suit on.
This
And
movie
so-
so infinitely better if you let those people in the wheel rig die.
So
Huh?
the
Wait,
overarching
what?
his overarching character arc is that he
Cam, did you hear that?
embraces becoming a symbol of hope.
I didn't hear that. What he said?
John just said,
Movie
say it
would've-
again.
This movie would have been infinitely better for his character if he would have let those people in the wheel rig die. Because at that point, we don't. Hear me out.
Where-
At
who
that
died?
point, Superman should have let the people on the oil rig die. He should have seen it burning and let them die. That should have been his
Because
line.
that's here's
Because
what
the lesson that he's supposed to take
from his dad.
is that he's supposed to stop saving people. Regardless, because he never
No,
said
it's not to-
Yes, it is.
no,
Yes, it is. Yes, it
no.
is. He literally says, "What should I have done?" Let them die." That's how he learned that
It's
lesson.
not to stop saving people.
But
It's
he-
to
no,
not.
no.
It's to not expose that you
We have to do mental
power.
gymnastics.
But he does that.
We have to do mental
That's
gymnastics.
his choice. But his father is consistent. His father is.
Yeah.
Clark chooses to either obey or that's his choice. As
But-
any human has a choice.
Then what's
Did
the
you do
point?
every fucking thing your parents told you to do?
No.
Exactly.
We have to do a lot of mental gymnastics to get to this.
No, we don't. It's
Yes, we
being human. What do you?
Because-
Bro.
Yes, but
Oh, these niggas. are
So no, but
This is
listen.
This
So
is
the
a
overarching.
disingenuous argument. I just want to say that we know how humans act, bro.
no, we know
No,
how
but
humans
can
act.
I say something? So
Go ahead.
the overarching character arc for Clark Kent, Superman in Man of Steel is that, he's always good. He's always trying to do the right thing, but through embracing his Kryptonian heritage,
Nah.
he learns how to embrace being a symbol of hope. Would you say that's accurate?
Sorry, say it one more time. My bad. Sorry, say it one more time. I was trying to.
So the overarching character development, character arc for Clark Kent or Superman in Man of Steel is that he's always been a good person, always tried to do the right thing. Even if it goes against what his human dad believed, but through embracing his Kryptonian heritage, he now learned that he can also inspire and be public and be a public symbol of hope for those that he's saving.
I'll tweak what you said. You're 90% there.
Mhm.
The 10% you're missing is you said that his dad didn't want him to save people. That's not the case. His dad wants him to save people. He doesn't want him to save people doing superhuman shit. Like, bro, if this building was, let's say, Lord forbid, this whole fucking apartment
That's what I'm
complex gonna
talking.
crash. Let's say if I had the power to hold it up. His dad wouldn't want him to hold up the building because it would show that you're a person. But
That's
what
what
he,
we're talking
no. But what he would want me to do is, as a human would do, try to take a person one at a time through a safe exit, as a regular human would. Hey, I'll make sure y'all go out the exit first. I'll go last.
Of course,
That's what his dad preferred.
But he is Superman,
no,
and he
this
knows
is
he
it.
has
Hold
these
on,
powers.
hold on. It's how he wanted. His dad wanted him to save people in a particular way.
I
wanted
think
to not be
adding
exposed.
that.
That's the point. He said
no.
you can save people, but just if it means you expose yourself, that's where you cut it.
He never said.
So then, effectively, he's telling Superman that he just shouldn't be saving people because
No.
Superman has these powers,
Bro,
and he knows that he has the
But
powers.
that's not even true. 'Cause
he's not telling him not to save
He
people.
never says. Yes, he literally, almost word for word says, "Don't save niggas. Don't save me." He literally don't save. He said,
There's a
"Don't
group
save
of people
kids."
here don't say.
There was a group of kids,
Do you know
children.
do you know what the common denominator between those two situations are? The only way to save those situations is if you have fucking superpowers.
which he has.
Because he didn't. The reason why he didn't want him. The reason why they went to this situation in a tornado was because only a superhuman could solve this issue, which his dad did not want him to reveal to people.
So how are we?
But if it wasn't a superhuman issue that needed to be solved, his dad would be all for him saving it. Hey, if someone fell in some water and they can't swim, go save them. A regular human can save them. Go do it, Clark.
how do we know
But
that's what he
if
said?
you have to swim to the fucking core of the earth to go get a nigga, he's gonna say, "Don't do that," because niggas can't surf. Like, it would show that you're not.
But he
one of
never
us.
says that. He never says it, and he never shows that. We
You know,
have,
so
we have to.
you know, so
we have to
crazy.
accept that.
You know, so crazy. You notice the best scripts is everything explained, or is there subtext?
there's not, but there is. That's my point. There is no.
So how did I understand that?
I'm trying to figure that out because he never lets him do it. He never tells him to do it.
You can say
He never implies
you say you never clock something. If you don't clock
No,
something,
no.
that's cool.
Because
Because
when
guess what?
he-
Sometimes it takes multiple watches for someone to understand.
Okay, then show me. Let's go back.
Let's
I
go
want
to
see
his
where he-
dad's argument.
I want to go. I want to see all of the scenes with his dad. 'Cause he never says. He
Go-
never
go
says
back,
it.
go back.
There's never a situation where he's put into that
He
situation.
just
yet.
doesn't want him to be
He,
exposed.
every time he saves somebody, in every instance, he tells him no.
No, go back to when he's a kid and he's like,
At
"Fuck,
the truck,
that's way too far. Go like 10 minutes, a little bit more.
The
after the bus, right?
Yeah,
You want to go after the bus?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, right here.
Come on.
Go a little bit before.
Yeah.
A little bit before, right here. You know what? If he says in a regular listen, I'll just watch what he says.
Yeah. Sweet. It was an act of God. The
God.
religious symbolism.
He's worried about the whole. You're different. See.
So I want to see the exact. My point of this scene is I want to see the exact point where he's like, specifically only if you have to show that you're a superhero.
Keeps the side of yourself a secret.
The super part, right?
Maybe. There's more at stake.
It's not about not saving people. It's about him just literally being a superpower being. It's about him being a superpowered being. It's not about saving people. It's literally just because he's different and he's a fucking alien. If you were raising an alien, you'd probably have a similar conversation. It's never because he never said not to save people. It's literally, he was very concise on why he had a dislike for what happened. It was literally because of the superhuman element of it. If he saved somebody as a regular person, he's not having this
The absence
conversation.
of something does not mean the existence of something.
No, they started the scene with it's an act of God. It's a province. It's other people have seen this before. That's the whole argument is the act of being superpowered. It's not saving people.
Does
It's
he
that-
ever say, "Hey, you could have saved them in a different way"? Do they ever show a scene where he's saving somebody in a different way and his dad's like, "Good job"?
we're getting nowhere with we're getting nowhere with this. You believe what you believe. I caught it. You didn't catch it. That's cool.
I don't. It's not there. It's not. It's literally
To you, it's not there.
But where is
To
it
me, it's
asking
there.
you to show it?
They just showed it.
No, they didn't. Josh, did you see it?
They didn't say anything. He didn't say anything about saving
Hold on,
people.
hold on,
from
hold on.
He said,
So, hold
keep
on.
yourself hidden.
So people like me and Cam understand it. How do we understand it?
Cam, did you see it? What part did he say you could save people but just not had with your superpowers? Where was it implied? It has to be somewhere for it to exist. I think you turned it down.
Oh, Shema.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't think that was implied.
Thank you.
I caught it.
He's just focusing on keeping it a secret. He's not focusing on you should try to do good, but also remember this. He's just like, keep it a secret, keep it a secret. But
I don't see anything that says you
Let
can
me-
save people.
So for me, the way I read this when I watched it is, okay, he clearly has good, upstanding parents because he wouldn't feel the need to do that if that wasn't taught to him or he wasn't shown that. Despite how the world has been treating him as a kid. Because if he was taught something different and he was treated as a kid, he probably wouldn't save the bus. He probably wouldn't do all the shit he does. But he saves people. I wonder why. Oh, he was raised by the same people. So that's implied to me.
Okay.
So I don't have to have a whole dissertation of the parents saying, hey, when he was 4, I taught him a lesson to never steal money. When he was 10, I don't need that. You can see through his actions and how his parents have an effect on how he moves. That's what they believe in. They're on accord as a family. The father to the mother to the child. They're consistent. The only issue that the father expressed to Clark is, hey, when it comes to situations where it requires godlike powers to be intervening, don't do those.
keep it hidden.
He said, hey, when you want to knock those kids' head off, even though you should be able to, don't do it because it's a one-hitter quitter.
Just break their truck instead. That's what Clark did.
Bro, that's his choice.
I give the opposite lesson. I give the opposite lesson.
I understood that I clock that. I understand that. So I think if that's not how you interpret it, that's fine. That's cool. You're not going to get it. That's like when some people in certain movies, for Christopher Nolan, some niggas have to watch the movie 10 times or even get fucking explain videos on YouTube about what certain things mean if they don't understand it.
I have to stop you right there because we're not putting Christopher Nolan in the same conversation.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm not talking about the. This is transcending the movie. This is just a concept of if you watch something and you don't understand what the director was trying to do, it's not gonna land on everybody.
Yeah.
That's with anything, and this doesn't land for y'all. That's fine. That's what I'm saying. It's a nothing conversation because to y'all didn't catch it. I caught it. I understand what that was, and it makes sense to me based on the future events of the story that lead up to the end. It makes sense. It's a part of the progression. He goes from stay down, don't show your power, to no, son, with his other dad, show your power, show them a better way. And he makes a choice. I'm gonna put the suit on and show him a better way. That's the movie.
I get that. My thing is
That's literally the
but
movie.
my thing is, with everything with that is I feel like we're missing it. No one has this answer. Like, asking this, I don't know how.
Nigga, you're not gonna find the answer because you're not looking
No,
for it.
I've seen this movie at least 4 times. There is no point that is implied or shown or stated that after he puts on that suit, that he saves one thing on that planet before Zod comes and makes him do it.
The point. He's saying he's not public. He doesn't
not-
become a symbol
he's
until Zod comes. He puts the suit on, but who knows?
In
Who
fact,
knows that
I
he's a
argue
symbol
he
of
never
hope?
becomes a symbol of hope because there's never shown any hope after that. There's no one tells me or shows me that, man, he just made me feel hopeful. I don't see it. There's no other point of the movie, and that's why I say this is not a Superman movie, because there's no hope in it. I don't see hope. The ending of the movie is bleak. There is no point. There is no brightness. There's nothing shown of him. Even the saturation of the film is bleak, dark, and blue. There's no hope in this film. This is not a Superman, and that's my whole point about
You know, so funny about coming out. I don't know about coming out. I mean, coming out in a certain sense because I'm not that community or nothing. But one thing I did notice about people coming out, they come out when they're ready.
But he didn't come out when he was ready. He was forced out.
So guess what? Some people are forced out. Does that change the fact of what they do from that point moving forward?
No, but the movie's acting like he did on his own.
No, what I'm saying is he chose, even within being forced out, every moment he made from them saying, hey, come out, every moment from that point forward, honestly, before that, the moment he put the suit on forward, he chose that.
Okay.
And they keep on talking and they imagine how people would react if they know someone was out there, but I don't really get any reactions, but I guess.
Because my thing is this is, you can't go back. Once you do this, you can't go back. So he's trying to do it the right way.
But they don't show me him trying to do it. I don't get his
He flies.
to be Superman.
And then he fights Zod. That's
So let me. So how about this? Because he doesn't come out before Zod, forcing him out. Maybe he wasn't fully ready yet. Maybe he was taking the steps to be ready. Maybe the suit was a first step.
But this is the thing. This is my thing about this movie.
Is that's not fair?
It's fair. It's a fair point to make. But this is my thing about Zack Snyder.
Right. Niggas can't put their toe in the water if it's cold. Like,
But I don't see his toe in the water. There's no,
nigga, he put the suit on.
But that's the thing. Him changing that's keep saying him putting the suit on means nothing
It's a step towards coming out.
until the next step. Him putting on the suit. If I said, yeah, this means hope, and I give you a shirt, and you put it on.
Hey, Johnny, how do you get dressed?
I just put on clothes.
Does one clothes come on before the next set of clothes? Does everything come on at the same time?
No,
Okay.
but that what does that mean?
That means that you put your socks on first, and then you put your
That's
underwear
the point I'm
on.
making. It literally is just showing up on his body.
Cam, hold on, Cam.
It literally just shows him his body. We don't even get a suit up scene.
Cam,
He's
hold on,
standing
Cam.
outside with it on.
Cam,
This
question.
This might be my last answering a question, bro. I got work at 6:38.
Okay, my bad. Cam, let me ask you this real quick. Let's say you're undressed and your goal is to get dressed. Do you first have to put on one article of clothing before the other?
Yeah.
You take steps to fully get dressed, right?
Yes.
It's not instantaneous, right?
Yeah.
So is putting on a suit like putting on your underwear, essentially?
No.
No, I'm saying like for Superman. Is him not putting on the suit, not him taking the step towards coming out?
Duh.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like him putting on
No.
underwear. The goal is to get dressed. The goal is to fully come out.
Mhm.
He put on his underwear. He can't put on his underwear and then put on
But
his socks.
this is what I'm saying. He never put on this. He never put anything else on. He put on the underwear. That's cool. But he got.
Bro,
Lex comes in his house, drags him by his ass, and puts everything else on. And now he's
yeah, Lex, man, Lex.
not Lex. Zod. Zod comes and just dresses the nigga.
Okay. Let's say you want to get dressed properly. Let's say you don't want to rest. Let's just say you want to put on clothes normally. But let's say someone breaks into your house, or let's say someone breaks your house with a camera. And you're still a butt ass nigga. You're probably gonna squirm and go try and just put whatever the fuck on, right?
That's my point. He doesn't. That's someone.
But the thing
who's
is,
making the decision.
you're still getting dressed though.
But what I'm saying is,
What you're trying to say is the nigga's not getting dressed. That's what
No.
you're trying to say.
That's not what I'm trying to say. He's not getting himself dressed.
Yeah.
He's dressed.
Wait,
He's not getting himself.
wait.
All right, guys. I gotta go.
All right,
On that point, but it was great talking. We're gonna have this again soon. I'm going to watch both movies again this week and text in the chat.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
You have any closing
But
remarks?
Closing remarks. Yes, for sure. Before I leave, closing remarks. I just do believe. It's just, when did Men of Steel come out?
2013.
2013.
2013. So I was in high school, or just 8th grade going into high school.
I was in middle school.
I just believe that for me, like, definitely like the first watch of Men of Steel and the first watch of this Superman was just completely different. And I mean, yes, I'm a 25-year-old man, and I was 13 at the time. Definitely different perspective on movies and everything. I do believe Man of Steel is just better in terms of themes. Just, I don't know. It just hit differently for me. I'm definitely going to rewatch it soon. Rewatch the new Superman. Maybe I'll, you gotta watch things twice, right? Maybe I'll watch it again. I mean, I'm going to watch it again, and I have maybe a different take on it. But for right now, I do believe Man of Steel is a better movie. And we'll see.
Thanks for
Sounds
that.
good. Thanks for
We
the
appreciate your take.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Good discussion.
Thank you, Cam.
Yes, sir. I'll be back.
All right, bro.
My thing with this that I'm trying to like get across with not even get necessarily get across, just like explain from my perspective is with a superhero movie, when you're telling me certain things, I need to see the result of that. I'm told that he needs to hide his powers. He doesn't hide his powers. He may not be fully out because his dad, like what I'm told and what I'm seeing, and what is literally stated, because this movie doesn't do a lot of like showing, it does a lot of telling. What's told to me in this movie is hide your powers. Do not show people your powers. Do not come out. That's what you're supposed to do. To the T. That's what the movie is telling you. It's very clear cut. Do not show niggas their powers. And back to what I said, I feel like the movie would be better if he let the people die. I'm not saying people necessarily need to die, but I would say he needs to be rescued by an outside source that isn't him. And the reason I think that would be better is because the lesson he received from his dad, and what I'm saying is a strong moment in his life is when his dad dies. So he talks about his dad dying. It's very clearly.
He looks more like Superman, by the way. That's what I said.
I highly disagree with that.
His facial features are way better.
I highly disagree with that. But I'm gonna go back.
we're supposed to see that he gets lessons from his dad. Like, you're not supposed to be saving people, whatever. You know, be human, don't be a superhero. Okay. He didn't do that up until that point of his dad dying. That is when it should start, right there. Okay, Dad, I'm going to listen to you. I'm listening to you now. I'm hearing you. I wasn't hearing you before. I'm listening to you now. But that's not what is shown. I understand the human aspect. Okay, we don't always listen to our parents. You could show that, but there's no struggle. He never hesitates about saving people. He goes right into it every single time beyond that point. So I think there could either be a small hesitation where he saves people and there's consequences for it. Maybe someone gets hurt. Maybe someone dies. Maybe he can't save everybody. That will be better than him immediately, from the lesson we're supposed to have, he's boom, we're saving you. Boom, saving you.
I think your issue is not what's in the movie. I think it's how it's displayed. I think that's your issue.
No, because it's because how it's not.
No. Because the thing is, to me, it's displayed. We're all sharing opinions at the end of the day. I have an opinion, you have an opinion, cool. I can't definitively say that it's just not there, because to me and to other people it is there. You just didn't receive it in the way that you preferred, maybe. Just like in 2025, there are things that I personally just don't like how they did it. I can't say it's not there. It's there. I just think it's a shitty job of doing it. If you're saying that, hey, the way that they did it is shitty, with you. But to say it's just not there, I vehemently disagree with that.
But the thing is like, we're watching the movie actively. I'm asking you to show me where these scenes are, and we cannot do it because the scenes aren't there. There's no moment in which you can kind of see, oh, you know, maybe his dad was saying, like, you can say people would do it in a way, like, you can say, like, okay, like, with context, like, you know, just like, I can, okay, maybe his dad, but it's not, I don't see it. The movie does not show that. Even here, him not fighting back isn't necessarily him choosing. His dad, they make the decision, they walk away.
Wait, so hold on. So when he doesn't do what his dad tells him to do, you're saying what?
Wait, what?
So when you clearly hear what his dad says, but
Yeah.
you clearly see that Clark sometimes doesn't do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you call it? Is that agency?
Yeah.
But you said they had none of that.
He didn't say he didn't have an agency, did he?
No. In the beginning of the tape, he says there's no agency in the film.
No. I'm not. When I said that, I should have clarified.
These are
No
the-
one else has any agency. Specifically, Lois and Obama, she has no agency, but
So
everyone
you
else.
thought Superman did?
Yeah. He's the only. I feel like he's the only one in the movie that makes certain decisions, but the decisions don't fit with the thing. I'm told before this. Okay, now you are the symbol of hope. You're going to go public. That's what the movie's telling. That's what the movie's telling me.
Also, this is another step of
I
coming
was
out.
gonna say this is the scene, yeah.
This is another step of him coming out. There's a little bit of conflict. I can see that. I don't like that he has to go to religion to do it. I think that's really stupid. But that it's fine that it's there. And this is another step. But there's no hesitation. This isn't a real decision. He's not making a
Also, that's another reason why he hasn't come out, because he doesn't know if there's he just told you there's no guarantee that he'll actually spare her.
But he's not going to try.
What do you mean?
But this he.
Well, I thought he was already supposed to be out
Yeah.
as a symbol.
Bro, he's getting dressed.
Okay, he's getting dressed, but this is what I'm saying.
Nigga
He's
he
not-
just put a shirt on.
But that's the only
He's
thing.
gonna get
He
to his
never
sneaks
puts-
in a little
he
bit.
never puts anything else on. He has his underwear on right now. In Zod
Well, because number
Right.
one, he's constantly thinking about how it would affect humans. Not just Zod being here, but him coming out. Because his dad told him for fucking years, hey, this shit's gonna shake some shit up. So he's, even though within himself has decided, hey, I'm going to come out, he's just trying to find the right time, and he's trying to dot his I's and cross his T's and make sure this is the right time. But since he didn't have that because he was forced to come out, now he has no choice but to do it on Zod's timeline because he's thinking about the people. That's why it's like this.
I also hate this suit so fucking much.
this suit is muted.
Explain it.
I don't like this suit
Right.
as much either.
It's not even necessarily the suit's problem. It's the movie. It's the movie's desaturated. This is the
It is.
brightest scene in the movie, and everything that's not
Yeah,
is in shot.
Yeah, I think
Shout.
I agree. It should have been much brighter, 100%. But
There's moments you literally cannot.
this goes with the theme of it being more grounded and kind of a grittier Superman because they were trying to go for a grittier Superman.
Yeah.
But
So I mean, it's a through line.
there are ways to do gritty superhero stories and get them to work. And my example is the Batman with Christopher Reeves. Great example of a dark story that's told well, done well.
You said a Batman with Christopher Reeves?
Christopher Reeves. Not Christopher Reeves. What's his name?
Christopher Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
Okay.
Great example of dark.
This is his first time telling someone he's a symbol of hope.
Is that an airplane?
This is the very.
Hmm?
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
That's his first time.
These are the first people to see him be Superman. This is him
You
coming.
know what's so funny? The fucking dialogue changed too. It says Superman now. It doesn't say Clark no more.
Yeah. I see that he's Superman, but that's my thing about him. Like, if he's going to be the symbol of hope, and I'm being told that he's a symbol of hope, he has done nothing up to this point of his own volition.
Well,
to
the
confront.
thing, this is the world that Zack Snyder crafted, and the way that he explains it between his relationship with his father and the rest of the world, and the military and the rest of the world, and Zod and the rest of the Earth beings. Trust. They just did it 3 times in the span of 2 minutes. Superman went to the fucking father and said, "Hey, there's no guarantee that Zod will actually spare y'all. Trust issue. I'll only come down and arrest myself if you guarantee Lois is free. Trust." He's telling them to trust him that, hey, I might be an alien, but I'm here to do whatever the fuck he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a core theme of trust. And when you have trust, that has to be built. So when you build that, it takes time. And when time it takes to build something like coming out, that's the whole point. It's not just boom, I'm here. Like, it's baby steps. Yes, he put the suit on. Yes, he had struggles about listening to his human father and what his real father, his biological father, is telling him. He's in constant state of conflict. He's maturing right before our eyes. Like, we've all been through, as people would say, canon events where things happen and we have to make a split decision. We don't always just know what we're gonna choose, but because we always have to think about what's the fallout gonna be. If he says, "Hey, if I come out as Superman tomorrow, what would that mean for people other than me? Yes, I'm the most powerful person, but I care about y'all, so I'm gonna wait on it so that y'all are ready as much as I am." Because it's like a family, right? A gay person could be proud in who he is as a person, but he knows his family ain't fucking with it, or if he's not sure if his family's fucking with it, he's not just gonna say, "Hey guys, I'm gay." He's gonna think about it. He's gonna say, "You know what? How would this affect my parents if I were to tell them that I'm this or that?" But that's the whole thing about coming out. It's not just about what you think. It's about what other people think. It's about being considerate. And that's why it takes time to come at the right time. And that's what he's just trying to do. He's trying to make sure that the humans are ready for him. Because his dad said as much when he was a kid. It's full circle. It just so happens that through the plot of this movie, Zod did force him to come out. And it's funny that Zod came out the moment he put on the suit because he chose to be Superman that day. He just didn't tell the world that he was Superman. Clark himself, as a person, said, "I am now Superman. Now I'm going to introduce myself to the world." That's like a person accepting the fact that they're gay. Like, I'm proud now. I'm finally proud in my skin. And once I'm proud, now I'm going to show everybody I'm proud. Because people hide it.
This is like hearing this is like, you know, like
You're saying it wasn't in the film?
it's not.
This shit wasn't in
Because what happens in the movie is like you can imply all of those things and you can like infer them, but with the movie, the timeline of what happens based on that story and what happens in the movie is that is happening, like everything you're saying is happening, and then right before he's about to come out, what happens in the movie is someone comes and finds the nigga in the closet, they kick the door down, grab the nigga, pull him out. He never makes that decision. He never even starts to like, okay,
No.
I'm gonna. He just he's like, you know, he's thinking about it. I take the suit as him thinking about it. That's
The decision was to become it. He chose to become Superman. That was his choice.
Yeah, he chose to become Superman. It's like it's no. What this movie is more so like is it someone not admitting to themselves that.
Well, hold on. So if someone
No, right? Which I
no,
like
hold on,
making a
hold on.
joke.
So the pride thing, right? Let's say if someone said, "Hey, if you walk out this door, you admit that you're proud of being who you are." Let's align that with, "Hey, son, if you put on this suit means hope. This is what this represents, and this is from this point forward, you will become." If you put on that suit, if you go out that door, you are no longer what you once were before. You're something different now. You chose to be Superman. I understood that from what this movie was saying. If you didn't, that's cool. I don't know what goes on in y'all's minds or how you interpret information. For me, I got it. That's all I can tell y'all. If y'all disagree, that's fine. I have no issue with y'all disagreeing. I got it. That's all I can say. I understood it. It's clear to me. It's not clear to y'all. That's evident. We can leave it at that if y'all want to. Because you've expressed your point. You said there's nothing in the films. I rebutted that by saying yes, there is. Because I wouldn't have this mindset if I didn't get that from the film.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I didn't get it from nowhere.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a story of someone coming out. I think it's a story of someone accepting who they are. I think he doesn't, like, he has these things and he's being told not to be something. It's like he doesn't even accept the fact that he's gay. The equivalent of he doesn't accept the fact that he's gay. And then him putting on the suit was him accepting the fact that he was gay. Not necessarily him coming out. I feel like he never made the decision of like truly coming out, because in the movie he never comes out. He never even he's still struggling with the idea of coming out. And the only reason he's thinking about coming out to that point is because someone else is making it. It's like the equivalent of like, okay, like the only reason that you're coming out is because like you're gay, and then someone leaves.
Well, I liken it to, you remember when Drake had a whole shoe line for his son when he was gonna roll out his son, but fucking Pusha T exposed him prior to that, and now it's kind of like that. He was going to put it out. It just happened that someone else exposed it before he was ready to put it out. It's not what you're trying to say is, oh, he was never about to come out. No, the rollout was gonna be there. He was gonna put it out. It's just that someone beat him to it.
But we can infer that he was about to come out.
That's the same situation, bro.
But in order to say to myself he was about to come out, I have to infer that. The movie isn't showing.
Hold on, let me ask you this: do you think Drake was always gonna hide his kid? Do you think Drake was forever gonna hide his kid?
As long as he could. I don't think he was going to come out with something. I think the shoe would have been named something, and he was not going to show his son. I don't think he was going to show his son.
Okay, you know what? I can't disagree with what you think. I don't think that. I think he was gonna come out with his son. I think he was gonna come out when he was ready, though.
No, I think I'm not saying he would just hit his son until like someone found his son. Like I think eventually, yes, he would. Like, yeah, I kick it.
And just the same way I think Superman would have just came out when he was ready.
But I think that's bad, right? Regardless of whether or not, okay, they might exist, these stories. I think that's bad, right? I think for it to be left up to so much. Because it's not like a hidden message. The message is to be...
Actually, I think it makes a more compelling story because the whole story is hiding. So what's a better way of... Would it be a better story if Superman just came out and was just doing a bunch of stuff, and then Zod was like, oh, like, who's this guy? Compared to Superman's existence, even accepting it, activated them coming out. So he was the catalyst to them even being outside. I think that's more compelling as a story because that shows that his choice to even accept who he was drove the villain to come out. It's kind of like when the Joker always talks about his motive. Yeah, that's like when the Joker, when Hugo Strange in Arkham City, he said, "Batman, you think yourself a hero, but your presence creates these animals." That was his assessment on Batman. He was like, your existence is what causes these villains to come out and do these things. Same thing with this one. Him choosing to be Superman got them out the Phantom Zone because once you press that button and activate the ship, and you're saying, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm gonna go make that step to go do this, opposite reaction comes out, which is Zod. So I think that's, for me, I like that better than just, because how else would Zod come out?
No. I do love like the fact that him becoming Superman is what brought Zod out.
He said, I can't be a part of this.
I think the problem is that to come to a lot of these conclusions, you have to infer they're inferred rather than implied. And those are two similar things, but they're not the same thing. I have to add meaning to things that aren't necessarily said. It's not the same as like, I'm trying to think of an example in a movie. Give me a second. Can you think of something like in a movie like where there's a message that's like not necessarily stated but it's shown? Like through a small character action. Doesn't have to be.
You mean like subtext?
Yeah.
Pregnancies are always never explicitly shown or explicitly told, but they're shown through how a woman reacts to certain things. Like, she may not drink alcohol anymore, or she might be like, oh, I can't do this anymore, like randomly. It's like, why can't you do that?
Perfect.
Oh, I'm pregnant. They don't say that, but we figure out she's pregnant.
There's never a scene in the movie where he's pregnant and he doesn't drink.
In regards to what?
In regards to
Him coming out?
Coming out. Post him putting on the suit.
Huh?
There's never a scene.
No. The suit is the scene.
But no.
The flight.
No.
Him wanting to fly and wanting to test his limits.
The public part. There's never a scene of him testing the waters of being public. There's just, to me, he just has one
hold on. So, I think he's being very rational. I'm just using my brain. I'm just strictly thinking. If you're so powerful and you've been told your whole life that you're so much more powerful than everyone else and you don't want to intervene because you might hurt somebody, of course he would want to test his limits outside of people knowing where he's at. He don't want to like collaterally damage people. He only does it because in the final act, he only does it because that's where Zod's at. And you have to focus on Zod in the moment. You can't just be like, okay, Zod, like, I'm going to not focus on you and go help these people because Zod's going to continue to wreak havoc. But the whole point, it makes sense to me, bro. Like I'm saying, we're saying the same thing. I understand it. It doesn't hit for you. That's fine. I'm thinking to myself, he went to where the fucking spaceship was. The spaceship just happened to be remote anyway. So he's like, all right, bet I could test my powers. Because if he didn't want to become a symbol of hope, why would he learn to fly? Why would he learn to manage his strength to where he's not hurting people? Why would he calculate his own abilities to such a degree to where he's able to effectively help people without harming them? That takes balance. That takes practice. That takes attention. And he does it. He puts in the attention to learn what he has to do to become what he needs to become. I don't know what else, like, him putting on the suit and saying, no, I'm going to get this right. That shows his attitudes towards his new powers that he never knew he had. He didn't even know he could fly. And his father guided him, said, hey, your cells absorb the radiation and it makes you strong and all this and that. Because he was just born not knowing what was wrong with him. All he knew was he was different. He was like, damn, nothing hurts me. I'm super strong. He doesn't even know what he could fully do. He just knows that he could do more than what regular people can do. But his father was that compass that helped him understand, oh, these are the capabilities of what your body can do based on our physiology. So now he knows what he can do, and now he's tapped in. That's what I understood from the movie.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say. And Zod explained his plan. JD, you was watching it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was Zod's plan?
No. I understand what his plan is on Earth.
Oh,
The whole
Krypton.
thing was Krypton.
Yeah, he was just on some stupid, like, I'm taking over shit. He wanted to have control of the future of Krypton, basically.
All right. Well,
So the conclusion.
Well, hold on. I want to see the scene where he's like, you can save them all.
Another
I
small
love
thing
that.
about this movie I hate. I hate that Jor-El's an actual human being. Or I hate that he's a physical presence. Like a person.
Oh, I mean,
Oh,
it's a hologram.
He's a hologram.
Yeah, but he to him, this is basically the equivalent of a person being your friend. Because within the world of that we've been shown with them, that doesn't make any sense. Because whenever he was talking to his wife on Crypto,
Oh wait, that's a good point. She was like she had the
yeah,
great
she was
thing.
like a grain of sand being crushed. She was like a fucking little toy you used to get you could push your hand through.
That's a good point. Remember when he was calling his wife, talking to his wife on Krypton?
Yeah.
It wasn't this kind of hologram. It was like a
Floating thing, and it was like
Oh, like FaceTime type
yeah,
shit?
but it was just like her face like being pressed through sand. But also, what it does is like
Well, I mean, they keep that going in Batman v Superman and Justice League. They keep that same thing.
I think that
See, like, he's the bridge. He said, look.
it's time to go show everyone.
His dad is showing him what he's capable of doing. He's like, hey, you can do this. You
and
can save them
I
all.
think that takes away from Superman because it's like it's
'Cause
not him finding these things out. It's like
But some people do need to be like, some people do need belief from other people that they can do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times do we see people who win awards saying, hey, this person believed in me? And
you know
what I'm saying?
like
Like,
those things that I don't think this is necessarily like. This
what is the job of a father?
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying this is necessarily a wrong thing. I just don't like it. I would have preferred if it was more so like a message that he was playing, just like in the Superman 2025, a message that was playing that he got from it, and he's not giving all the answers. His dad gives him all of the answers. He doesn't find these things out himself. He doesn't find out how to be Superman. Like, I think this is his first Superman act. This is his first save. He saves Lois.
That's him putting on his shoes.
Yeah, no, I can. I'm not saying that this is the wrong thing to do.
All these steps, putting on the suit, giving himself up to the police, saving Lois. These are all like little steps to become Superman.
The scenes exist in what they're trying to do. I think some of them can do the opposite of what they want to do.
Well, also, this movie's different too than the Superman 2025 because Superman 2025, he's been Superman.
3 years.
Yeah.
But also, they said that Superman showed himself to the world as Superman. Also, this is a world where metahumans existed before he was even one. So he took his time
Yeah.
to come out.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm fine with him taking his time to come out. My thing, it's not even necessarily that he was forced to come out, because I mean that could be his own story. But my thing is with him being forced to come out, the movie makes it seem
he
like
could have killed her doing that.
Yeah.
Nigga, the fucking blowback could have killed her.
I just think I think this movie does. I don't think Zack Snyder understands.
No, I mean,
I think he understands
yeah.
Superman almost as badly as he understands that.
he understands the portion of Superman that he liked. He liked the God type Superman. He didn't understand the full character. 100%. I think Zack Snyder tried to extrapolate one aspect that he liked a lot and try to make it a whole series.
Yeah.
He should have kept it as an
I think
element.
if he just made his own superhero, it would be fine. I think this is a terrible. I think it's a bad movie. But actually, no. I think it's a slightly below mid movie. I think it's a horrible Superman.
That's fair. I agree. It's a bad Superman movie. But I understand what they try to do. Because to me, this is a take on Superman. This isn't like prototypical. This is a take on Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like how
Superman would never do that.
yeah, probably not.
And it's like, my thing is like, there's never a moment where I'm like, even within him.
This shit looks cool though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I love watching this.
That's why I said to Josh, it's like, I feel like what Zack Snyder did with this movie was he had a whole bunch of ideas of scenes in his head. And he made the scenes, and then he walked out after. Like, I don't think anything between he had, like, I don't think he thought about it. Like, Superman just drove through a villain intentionally through an occupied gas station.
Yeah. I mean, Bro, it's his first time fighting as Superman. He's never fought anyone as Superman before.
But I feel like Superman, like a superhero, should inherently have certain traits. Like something he doesn't, he should not have to be taught. The idea of conservation of life. He's implicitly putting people in danger, intentionally putting people in danger. I don't think that is a lesson that Superman should.
I'm gonna be honest.
ever learn.
Spider-Man decided to fight niggas in a fucking wrestling ring the first time he got powers.
He wasn't Superman. He wasn't Spider-Man yet.
No, he is powers.
No, he had his powers, but he wasn't Spider-Man. He was just a nigga with.
Nah, I get you, but like the reason why he became Spider-Man was because he was supposed to be doing what he was doing with his powers. It's part of his arc.
But that was the thing. I don't think
Like
Spider-Man, he needs to learn with great power comes great responsibility. There was a catalyst for that moment. A canon event, and his Uncle Ben died. That is when every Spider-Man learns great power comes great responsibility.
the thing is, his uncle told him that before he went to go wrestle, though, and he still wrestled. It took him dying for him to understand that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like literally, like, Uncle Ben dying is when he has to learn.
And maybe it takes Superman realizing that niggas are dying when he fights to be better.
But he never. That's the thing. He never does that. He never stops putting people in danger. There's never a moment where he says, "Let me stop." Like let me.
Actually, don't. You're wrong only because of the Joss Whedon cut of the fucking Justice League.
No.
He literally stops and says civilians, and he goes and carries an apartment complex out of the way.
I'm talking about this movie.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, but the thing is, because it's a universe, this movie is like basically act one of his arc throughout the whole series of different movies.
But my thing with
He eventually gets to a point where he does what you're saying. It just takes a little longer. It's like the Tom Holland Spider-Man, right? It took a whole 3 movies for him to actually really be Spider-Man, where he's broke, has no one knows his identity. It took 3 movies and 2 Avengers movies for that to happen. That was my gripe with Tom Holland Spider-Man for the longest. But I'm cool now because I realized, his first trilogy was just an origin story.
Mhm.
It took a trilogy to get an origin story.
if it took 3,
You just wanted in this one movie.
if it took 3 movies for Spider-Man to learn with great power,
It did, because all man didn't say it into a 3rd movie.
But he already showed signs of having that. He already showed.
Like Superman showed signs of saving people. Like there's gonna be a pilot that falls out of
specifically
the...
talking about conserving life and for trying to protect life.
Well, the pilot falls and he saves him. He stops fighting the 2 niggas.
And
And look,
specifically talking about, like, look at this. He didn't try to stop and take her somewhere else. There's 100 people inside IHOP eating pancakes right now, and he's fighting these guys. These punches were like that.
hey, okay, you're right. But nigga, can he learn? Like,
But in this movie, he doesn't learn. In this movie,
okay, you're right. In this movie, he doesn't learn. But guess what? It takes, like, for him to have a whole arc, maybe this movie he doesn't get it. Maybe the next movie he gets it, or maybe he doesn't get it. Like I said, it took 3 movies for Peter Parker to get that lesson of with great power, because guess what? The great power didn't come from him saving people before. The great power came from him having the choice to save the villains from sending them back to their world on the 3rd movie. It took a trilogy to be an origin story for Spider-Man. And I didn't like it until I realized it was an origin story. Same thing with the Glass trilogy, with Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. We thought, they're going to have a big showdown. No. The whole point of that whole trilogy was to just expose the fact that there were actually superpowered beings on the world, and they were trying to show the whole world that they existed. That was the whole point of that trilogy. I thought it was going somewhere else. I thought it was going to be like a big showdown. Nah. He said, this is an origin story. It depends on whatever the writers are trying to convey. I think that this whole first movie is literally Superman with his training wheels. He's going to have some bumps and bruises along the way, but it's his first outing. This is his, like, 2nd fight as Superman. He's never fought anyone in his life, honestly.
a big difference between those movies and those lessons, and this movie and that lesson, he does it. It's not conveyed as a lesson. It's just something he does. He never, there's never a moment in which he's challenged really on that. In Batman vs. Superman, he's challenged on it, but he takes no steps. There are steps in those lessons in which he learns it. He just starts doing it. He literally had to die and come back to life in order to show that he learned that lesson.
That's the arc.
Yeah, I think it's bad writing. And that's
What?
basically my whole
Okay,
point.
so do you think the Spider-Man trilogy with Tom Holland is bad writing?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yes, but
No, I personally do. I'm just asking you.
no.
I
I don't think that lesson.
Far from Home is my least favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. I would the second one, Mysterio. I think that is worse than the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think it's worse than
Oh, I definitely.
Amazing Spider-Man.
I don't think it's close. I think the next Spider-Man 2 will be worse.
Far From Home was the most garbage Spider-Man movie I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Yes.
I don't think so.
The nigga was in Italy, dog.
He's far from home.
But like the nigga had like a fucking 3D printed suit. Like
Okay, so this.
also this is lit.
Yeah, this is cool. Again, he's fighting in the middle of the town. But the thing with why I think that that's a bad movie, why it's false flag, why this false flag, and why Civil War false flag for me, is because
Oh, I
when
forgot-
you're adapting
forgot
a story, when you're adapting a comic book story, you're adapting a story. There are messages that are conveyed throughout that story that you have to hit. You don't have to make a one-for-one recreation, but
Yeah.
you have to have, if you're not going to have the exact moment, you have to have something that replaces it. And I think with Far From Home, the original Spider-Man story, when it does take place in another place and he goes things, he learns lessons that he never learns, and then he blows up a train. And
That shit is lit though. I'm sorry.
but the thing is, like, it'd be different if, like, he in this a better way to do it. And this is again, like, I do have a problem with the way it's shown, not necessarily that it happens. Is if he showed a moment in this movie of like, damn, fuck, I just fucking let this, I just put these people in danger.
Save that nigga.
I don't know that he gives a fuck that he's put people in danger. I don't even know that he gives a fuck if that ever Superman. To me, it just seems like he's moderately annoyed.
He's got red in his eyes. Okay, bro.
Like there's literally
No regard for human life.
He's using the environment like it's like these are mountains.
Watch, you'll see niggas in the. Oh, there's no one in there. There's niggas in there.
The good version of this movie, you know what I think the good version of this movie and the entire Snyder Series is? I think it's
This is a better fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
think
what I
the
said.
good version of this Snyder
Literally.
Yeah.
because Mark had this problem, but the way they did it was
He felt fucking bad about it.
Yeah, not even he felt
couldn't live with
wasn't
himself.
in his control. He didn't want to have these people die. He
Yeah.
literally could not stop it from happening.
I think this fight is better than Superman versus Ultraman. Personally,
Yeah, I think it looks better.
the one part of the new Superman movie that I really did like was when Superman he does like a combo on Ultraman, and then like they show like they play his theme and his cape is flat like that. That shit was fire. And then he does the whole beam shit. That was
Yeah,
fire.
that was tough. When he spun around.
He's had no problem moving this nigga the whole movie until this happened.
Yeah, I always thought that. That's the one thing I'm like, couldn't he just fly this nigga?
That's what I exactly.
But I guess,
When you-
but maybe Zod is exerting the opposite force, maybe of not leaving. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I would have had him kill him on accident.
That's okay. That moment when he killed him, when I was 13, I was like, nah, Superman would have never, Superman would have never did that shit.
So look, he's down bad about it. Which part of this is hopeful?
Because-
That he saved them.
But I would have had this happen. Fuck Lois Lane. Lois Lane does not need to be here yet. I would have had him do this, and then the family that he just saved comes over. We do not see the whole point is he's trying to save these people. I don't know how they feel about it.
Nigga, they got up out of there. What you mean? Nigga, they were
Which part of this is hopeful though?
JD, like the father told his kids like, all right, let's go. Like they're not finna stay around.
If this was real world, everyone thinks the nigga was a villain. They'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
And
We
they
don't
did.
want
A
you.
lot of niggas did think he was a villain. They thought it was a false god.
That's what
This
I'm
is
saying.
bleak. This is bleak.
This is the opposite of Superman.
The thing that made me feel hopeful was the Hans Zimmer score. That shit was fire. I like the Hans Zimmer theme. That shit was fire for me.
Pretty good, man.
Yeah. He could have killed me.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Nah, he knew it was just a.
Nah, this nigga's like Hancock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's vindictive, man.
Nah, but it's this movie didn't make me like Superman per se, but I was like, okay, Superman's cool. Like this movie made me think Superman was cool.
Mhm.
Funny enough, Zack Snyder's Justice League made me like really like Superman. Only because like the black suit and everything, and like how he that shit was fire too.
Which, by the way, I thought the black suit was awesome. What was the point of it?
It was it's his native Kryptonian suit. Do you know how his dad had that suit in the beginning of this movie, where it's like a darker? That's like his family. It's like his family suit. No, Zack Snyder, he was bugging out though when he made this DCEU. He had Superman not caring about the collateral and Batman was killing niggas. Like, yeah. That's the take. It's a take though. It's not like he wasn't like a 1-for-1 like copy. He was like, nah, this is my version of these characters.
Yeah.
Most people just didn't like it.
Did you see that James Gunn's working on the sequel?
Yeah. I think he called it
The saga, right?
it's called like super something.
I thought it was a Superman saga, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be Superman, Supergirl, and then I think the third movie I think is gonna have both of them maybe.
I don't think he said all that. He just said he's working on the follow-up, but he won't call it a specific sequel.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Because it's talking about some ouch. But
Well, only because this movie was financially more of a success.
more of a success, but the other one was still a success. For one
Yeah.
reason.
No, it's just I'm just saying like they tried so this iteration was just more profitable. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
But they kind of they have to they're restarting a new universe where they're already starting behind. The public perception of basically all of DC is not good. So I think the context, it's their first. It's basically their first movie that's been, well received since. I mean, you count the Batman, but that's not part of the universe.
Yeah.
Like, what was the last?
Blue Beetle was
DC
like the last DC movie.
Was it well received?
It was like
It was like mixed. Before that, what, Wonder Woman?
I'm gonna be honest, I like Blue Beetle.
I thought it was whatever.
It was like a CW movie to me.
Yeah.
But like I kind of the characters, I was kind of like, okay, I rock the family. See, she gonna keep this nigga secret, but that's the biggest scoop of all time. Knowing who Superman is.
Man of Steel, and then this is when we get the title card at the end. They didn't have him at the beginning.
Nah.
Really peeped though. Also, real quick, I just wanted to say, Donnie, I was talking about earlier with Trey. I think it's very important. Like, Man of Steel, yeah, was more financially successful, but it's very important to mention to have the context of when this new Superman movie is coming out. DC's reputation is literally in the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all. And also, it literally only had 45 days in theater before it's available.
It's just funny that you would think that someone like Superman, who's like the first superhero, the most long-lasting, well-known, you would think that he would make way more money than characters like Wolverine and Deadpool Spider-Man and Batman. Like he's the
Those,
when you
those,
think of superheroes, you think of Superman.
but those characters have had, you know, critical success. Superman hasn't. Basically had 3
That's why I'm surprised.
negatively received movies,
Yeah.
and now that kind of turns the public off.
The other thing is like, the generation before us had a good version of Superman. The comic book Superman, Superman on the radio. The old Superman movies are all considered like they were good for their time. People like those movies. We never had a good Superman movie in our lifetime to show the younger generation before us.
True. I mean, unless you had nostalgia for like Superman Returns, maybe.
And if you like Man of Steel, I don't think you like this movie.
You said you don't think you would
I mean, if you not necessarily just if you just blanketly like it.
Wait, this is not the right. The main point is it doesn't do a good job characterizing Superman. Man of Steel, I think Superman 2025 does that better. I'm not even the biggest Superman fan, so for me to watch Superman 2025 and feel like, oh wow, Superman is inspiring. He inspires hope. I like that, you know. But to be honest, I did like there's a lot of positives from Man of Steel, and I do think both movies have a lot of flaws. And just for that, like I don't know, I don't love Superman 2025 either, but I do think I don't know. To me, it just doesn't. A lot of the decisions and stuff in Man of Steel don't make sense, and so for that, like I don't know. That's why I like Superman 2025 better. That's really it.
So my closing argument for Man of Steel versus Superman 2025, I just think that I will concede that Superman 2025 is a more Superman movie and more of a comic book movie. The way it was executed, because it was made by James Gunn, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I think James Gunn is better for ensemble pieces, and therefore that's why he incorporated the Justice Gang movie.
Yeah, I like that.
what?
That's a really good take. But I still, you know what's crazy? Sorry to hijack you guys want to say this because I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
I don't want him to do Justice League when they get to that, bro. I'm gonna be so real.
Do you think he'll mess up the balance of the characters?
Nah, I think that's fine because I think about like Suicide Squad, and what's the other one? Guardians. But it is hella corny. Like his writing, like I think that is
You can tell it's James Gunn.
the biggest flaw. Yeah, like I don't like it. I think it worked for the Superman movie overall. But I still, even in this movie, had issues with it. Like honestly, what Shara was saying, like with some of like how he just when Lex shoots Bro
Mm-hmm.
in Metamorpho, it's just like just switches up. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But
He
I
didn't
think it could have
believe-
been executed better. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, like he was just saying, like,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, okay, he saw someone get killed, but it's like you're kind of as I'm watching it, it's kind of like,
It doesn't work
Yeah.
for a big superhero.
yeah.
The issue with James Gunn is that not only does he direct, he comes up with the story and writes as well.
Mhm.
So it's him through and through. It's his product.
Yeah.
With Zack Snyder's not writing that shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, Zack
You
Snyder,
right, Man of Steel.
Did he? I don't think so.
We just have the credits on, bro. I'm sure he had help, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Um,
No, I hope not. Maybe that'd be my one saving thing for him if he didn't actually write it. It was written by him and David S. Goyer. I don't know.
I know it was him.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro.
So the way I read it is David S. Goyer wrote the script, but I think Zach probably he probably altered it for the shooting script. Probably
Yeah.
like he probably tweaked some things where he's like, okay, for this shot, I want them to. You feel me? Like, but I think the story was probably made by David Goyer. because you can just tell when James Gunn has his influence on something. Like the dialogue is very like he's searching for a joke. He's searching for the lightheartedness in something, and sometimes it doesn't come off as natural. The best display of his comedy to me, Guardians 1.
Yeah.
Guardians 1, the comedy hit. Like, that was the last time where I was like, okay, like, that actually was a good, funny movie. I think Guardians 1 and Ant-Man 1 are the two funniest Marvel movies I've probably ever seen. But those were, like, earned moments where it made sense because the plot deemed it to be, like, a moment of relief for comedy. Like, they weren't searching for comedy like how they do it nowadays.
Yeah.
I think there's a point in just overall storytelling to where a lot of directors and writers, I think some of their best work is behind them. Unfortunately, I don't think personally. Do I think James Gunn is ever gonna do a Guardians again? No, but he doesn't need to because he made Guardians. Like he made the one that was gonna be the one that he's known for.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because you hope to get new growth from these people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be more of the same. It's just gonna be a different look. Oh, this thing got Stormberger. Oh, no, that's it. Fine.
That's my person. So, or something. How much was Stormburger?
The perfect Superman movie to me is literally the amalgamation between the 2025 one with the themes and but then the visuals and the music of Zack Snyder's. If you put those two together, Jesus Christ, that'd be a perfect movie.
Honestly, Zack Snyder, bro, I mean, he'd be best suited like that. I mean, he's not even the.
I'm gonna give him free.
I mean, as a director though, I think Zack did a better job directing. Like that, the visuals look better with his film than it did for James Gunn.
But no, because part of directing is telling your characters, your actors, like how they should be expressing stuff, and I do not feel like the emotional expression was good.
Fair.
From Henry Cavill, Lois, it just felt flat.
I just think that 2025 is the antithesis of that, where like they were over the top sometimes.
Oh, I like that.
They were saying,
I agree. Yeah, they're like opposite ends. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them were in the middle where it's just like an earnest movie. One was either like, oh,
That's kind of what
we're doing
78 is like, though, a little bit.
So 78 was really good.
I think, honestly, like the tone of the, because we keep coming back to this because it kind of works, but the tone of like the Spider-Mans is what it should. The Tobey Maguire one is what it should have been, because that one is definitely like kind of cheesy.
Yeah, but it's
like
real.
It feels exactly. You're like, damn, Peter. Like, okay, like
it gave moments to breathe. It gave moments to have weight and for your film. Because in the same movie, right, where Spider-Man is he has his landlord. He's a funny character. He's like Rent. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a funny character. But in the same movie, Spider-Man saves people on a train, and like it's a really impactful moment where the New Yorkers stand up for him. You know what I'm saying? Like that. They just need to find that balance. For me, Man of Steel is not perfect by any means. There's a lot wrong with it. I just think it's aged better over the years because it's more timeless. Like when you watch the movie, you don't really remember what year it was made. Like, you're going to know what year Superman 2025 was made because, like, they got influencers doing influence. I don't like seeing that shit in movies, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Personally.
Yeah.
But that's where people are going with it. Thank y'all for listening. It's been a long podcast. We appreciate y'all. We'll have more in the future. We'll have more debates, and hopefully we upload this somewhere so y'all can listen to it. And, yeah, appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next one.